Hello, everybody. Last episode, we, well, welcome back to Corpse Party Blood Drive, first off. Last episode, we beat the main game. Now, all that's left are the extra chapters. We've done 1 and 2, right? You know what? Let's double check real fast. Last one. Okay, yeah, we definitely did this one, so let me go ahead and get out of it. Okay. What the... How do I bring up the menu again? What the fuck? Don't care. Bro, I can't get out of here! I can't leave the extra chapter once it's started! No, I'm clicking escape! I'm clicking escape! It doesn't do shit! Are you serious? You can't leave until it's done? Oh my god. Screw you. Screw you. I was literally just trying to check. Shut up. Oh my, how do I get out of here? This is gonna take forever. Oh, no, you know what? I'm shutting down the game. What else am I supposed to do? Oh shit. Whoops.
Did you break something?
No, I accidentally had the sound muted.
Oh.
They didn't hear you that whole time. God fucking damn. I hate my
life! This is basically what y'all missed. It's just me laughing like a crazy person.
Alright, you know what? For all intents and purposes, we're gonna say we've done 1 and 2. Moving on to 3. Jesus Christ, I hate my life. The unconceding?
Unconceding 2.
Boy.
And you're unconceding 2.
Kizumi!
Kizumi.
Shimada. Oh! That redhead guy.
That's who we're...
Huh?
You
better run, rabbit.
Okay, that happened.
Oh yeah, that definitely happened.
Despite the oppressive summer heat, there was just something about a momentary breeze blowing through the hallway that always struck me as kind of lonely.
You know what? Surprisingly enough, I do understand that.
I can see where that comes from. The window was only open about 10 centimeters, but with a weather system rolling in, that was more than enough to cool the place down pretty well. That's awesome.
Yeah, truly.
I wish my place could get cool like that. I squinted my eyes as I looked outside, enjoying this moment of rest while I could. We're not doing extra chapter 7 after this. We're doing them in order, Joe. Now, can you please stop asking?
Oh, he's a model.
What?
He's a model for Men's Buckle by Night.
Well, I didn't know that.
Good for him.
Wow.
Charisma model.
Good for you.
Do you think he has a problem with his ego?
Well,
I don't think so.
Considering that he tried to make a deal for with Toko for sex, probably. I ain't got no problems with women. I ain't got no problems with money.
Well, you know what? He got 99 problems. And bitches and money ain't one of them. Kizami.
Suddenly, I fell forward as if being shoved from behind. Kizumi, did you really just knock the guy over?
Yes, he did.
Fucker acknowledged what he did, but just barely. He didn't even slow down. He just kept on walking, like he'd bumped a potted plant in passing. It actually did hurt. It hurt a lot. I yelled after him at the top of my lungs. But he either didn't notice or didn't care. And whichever it was, it pissed me off.
He's on his way to make a new salad. And it's just meat.
Oh God, not that again.
Oh. That's not good.
Oh boy. Well, you know, you could just ask his friend what he did as a kid. He almost skinned a hamster alive. I considered my options as I entered the stairwell. Two classmates of mine were there, Ryosuke Katayama and Tomohiro Okawa. They were talking about video games, which was nothing new.
Tomohiro no Topimon って何属性だったっけ?
Tapamon.
水に弱い火属性。涼介は?
They're talking about discount Pokemon.
ああ、土属性のやつどっかにいないかな。
弱い?
There aren't a lot of ground types, I will be honest.
そうか。あいつの弱点を調べれば。そうか、弱点か。つうか、あいつ何属性だ?
He's probably dragon type.
I thought about it for a moment, but then decided what the hell did it matter? And I began to laugh like a maniac.
That was actually a really good laugh. I'm
Not
giving the guy credit for that one.
Do you even have a plan? Katayama and Okawa looked at me like I was dancing, like I was a dancing skeleton or something. But what the fuck did I care what they thought of me? I was feeling great.
Spooky month is almost upon us. Dancing skeletons.
相変わらずよくわからんやつだな。
こうして俺はあの能面野郎の弱点を探すことにした。ガイアが俺にささやいた。勝利は俺の手の中にあるだ。
おい、急げよ。早くしねえと場所なくなるだろ。お前が食うの遅えんだろうが。文句言ってねえで急げよ。うわっ。ちえなもう。
They're just running to him.
誰だよ。
He looked like he was going to flip out, but as soon as he saw me, he calmed down real quick. Now he was probably asking himself, why wasn't I watching where I was going? A cold chill ran down his back. And all I had to do was glare at him.
Huh?
He shriveled back.
んだこれ。人にぶつかっておいて謝りもしねえっていい度胸してんな。
I grabbed him by the front of his shirt and tilted my head towards him, staring down at him through the corners of my eyes.
いや、ちょっと急いでて。
へえ、急いでたらぶつかっても謝んなくていいのか。いいこと聞いたな、おい。じゃあ俺も急いでましたってことで、お前をぶん殴っても謝んなくてもいいんだよな。
Yes.
どいつもこいつもガキくせったらありゃしねえ。
This has been watching classrooms with Shimida. Everywhere you look.
Social analysis.
Social analysis, that's it. Social analysis from Shinada.
これだから昼に来んの嫌だったんだよ。バカが無駄にはしゃぎやがって。だり。昨日の撮影も結局終電間に合わなかったし、朝寝たところで全然寝た気がしねえんだよな。ああ、マジ眠い。な。
As I lazily stumbled through the hall, I came upon 3 girls who were laughing and talking and just yucking it up and blocking the way. They didn't seem to notice me though.
島田ってさ、モデルやってるだけあってやっぱかっこいいよね。
あいつ遊びすぎてて逆にキモいじゃん。結構ひどい扱い受けた子もいるって聞いたよ。私は断然刻み派だね。頭いいし背高いし、他の男子に比べて大人って感じでさ。
Oh.
If only you knew.
あんま喋んないけど、そこがいいっていうか。
私も刻くんと島田どっちがいいって言われたら刻くんかな。
なーに？あんたさっき島田のことかっこいいとか言ってなかった？
やだな、あれは鑑賞用って意味。あんな典型的なナルを本気で付き合いたいわけないじゃん。相手に本気になっちゃうとかありえないでしょ。
ひどっ。意外とさ、遊ばれてんのはあいつの方だったりして。
Oh,
Oh God.
they have no idea he's standing right there. This is literally that bit in like cartoons and TV shows where somebody's talking mad shit and like the whole time the person in front is like trying to alert him, dude, the guy's right behind you. Except nobody knows he's there. Just wait. That's probably what this is gonna turn into. Let's find out.
だよね。島田マジうざ。
Oh.
I guess we're about to find out if Shimada hits women or not.
おい、聞こえてんぞこら。んなとこでだべってんじゃねえぞ。そんなどもが。
Oh,
Oh.
yikes. Everybody here's got like a bad tongue.
やだ、怖い。
何よ、そんなんだからみんなに嫌われて。
ああ？小物がなんかほざいてんな。みんなって誰だよ。ほら、言ってみろよ。
行こう。なんであんな奴が白檀にいんのよ。
The girls took off faster than they'd probably ever run before in their lives.
ザコか。ああ、決まりや。
So go beat up a bush or something. Go break some branches off a tree or something. I don't know. So this school, after the war, in an effort to help push internationalization and economic growth, an education institution was built here as a sister school to Valtane Academy in Austria. Initially, it was an all-boys school, strictly attended by sons of affluent families, but it's since gone co-ed and relaxed its hotty-toddy acceptance requirements. Thanks to its history and enduring reputation, though, it's still largely a den of well-behaved goody-two-shoes, so I'm kind of the odd man out in a way. That's fine by me.
さてと、それじゃあ早速情報収集と行くか。
Oh. Zeke,
Classroom.
we what?
I say classroom.
I don't know. I'd like to. I want to find out what's. Well, can I save? Right, I can't save here. All right. I guess we'll go to the
It
classroom.
probably has no bad end in this. Just probably. You probably had to go to both.
I think this is like the exact same background they used at in the game.
Yeah.
I headed to my classroom on the 3rd floor. There, among the other students, I came upon 2 acquaintances of mine, Toko. Oh, Toko and Emmy.
Toko!
Where's DMad?
Where's D-Man just runs in? Toko!
Someone say Toko.
It's just...
Toko Kirasaki and Emi Urabe. They were all laser focused on some junky girls' fashion magazine. Well, Toko's never gonna feed anything to you. She has a crush on the guy. I ducked down under the window from the hallway into the classroom and focused on their voices, trying my best to listen to every word they were saying. There she is, Toko. Hang on, I'm gonna take a screenshot and send it to DMad. Check out what you're missing. Oh, he's online too.
Oh, he probably doesn't even know.
Oh yes. All right. Come on, drives, load faster. All right.
Like a different model for her too.
Say what?
It looks like a different model for her too. Or like
No, they're all just taller.
Just looks different. I don't know.
Oh god damn it! Where'd the screenshot save? Ah, here it is. Okay. Put that into Discord. You're missing out right now.
He just comes running into the stream.
Please let that happen. Please let that happen.
That would be hilarious.
Please.
He comes
Emmy.
jumping in like, hello there.
そうね。これなんかいいんじゃない？でもさ、これってレースつけすぎっていうか。
Never.
前はこういうの好きって言ってなかったっけ？
Oh, Toko's in the.
Oh.
Hmm.
言ったけど、やっぱり私には似合わないんじゃないかって思えてきて。そうかな。どこだったらこういうのもありだと思うけど。やっぱりダメ。一度似合わないって思っちゃうとダメなんだよ私。
That's too bad. Kirasaki sounded really torn, but then she spotted something that completely took her mind off it. On a nearby desk, someone had apparently left behind a men's fashion magazine.
エミ、あれって男子向けの雑誌だよね。ね、ちょっとだけダメ。
No, you will explode. That's how it works. I don't make the rules. It's for men only.
Oh, hold on. I just got 2 messages back. It might be DMad.
Oh, God.
He just replies, best girl, and then one of his anime emotes. He's got like 1,000 anime emotes on Discord. I don't know how he does it, but it's kind of impressive.
It is impressive. Truly.
そうだけど、エミだって男子が読んでる雑誌って気になるでしょ？じゃあ、本当に
It's a
ちょっとだけ
fashion
だよ。
magazine in the end. It's not like it's someone's diary.
Mm-hmm.
よし。それじゃあ、
They're acting as if they have like a Playboy. Like, should we look at this?
へえ、男子ってこんなの読んでるんだ。メンズバックルって本屋さんでもよく見るよね。うん、 結構派手な服が多いね。
Are you referring to the birthday bash episode chronological? Oh, he knows about that. Don't worry.
私なんかこういうの好きなやつ知ってるかも。
I heard page after page flip for a while, and then the sound stopped cold, replaced with hushed gasps and moans. They must have seen someone they knew and something they liked. Okay, Ego.
That's not the sound.
It's just uggs and disgust.
こ
Ugh.
れ島田くんだよね。今注目のイケメン毒も現役男子高校生の本音とはってなーに気取ってんだか。変にカッコつけすぎだっての。でもすごいよね。高校生でモデルとかさ。島田くん怖いけど見た目だけはかっこいいもんね。あいつもさ、いい加減威嚇すんのやめたらいいのに。ゆうやにもすぐ突っかかってくしさ。どんだけ負けず嫌いだっての。
Ouch.
Wow.
もし付き合うならああいうんじゃなくて優しくて誠実な男子がいいよね。
DMad, you have a chance, dude.
キザミくんとか
Oh, even they prefer Kizumi.
Everyone
We already knew
prefers
Toko
Kizumi.
preferred Kizumi.
Did you see that she had no eyes for like a second?
わかってる。
Did that happen?
Yes, when the model switched, there was just Toko with no eyes. It
Wow.
looked like the start of like a creepypasta.
Yikes. I'll have to go back and look at that.
ゆうやってさ、寡黙だけどさりげない優しさと気遣いができるんだよね。きっとできる男っていうのはゆうやみたいな人のことを言うんだよ。トーコってキザミくんのことになるとすごいテンション上がるよね。
This girl is mad horny for Kizumi.
Oh, truly.
ゆうやこそ私の理想の男子、理想の王子様だもの。
Oh.
Oh, Toko.
DMad, take notes.
Take notes, DMad.
でもな、ゆうやって感情とかあまり顔に出さないタイプだから何考えてるかよくわかんないんだよね。ゆうや
Meat,
Don't knock
killing,
us.
killing. That's what
Run,
he's thinking.
rabbit, run!
Run! That's what he's saying.
That's what he thinks.
That's what he's... I wonder what's going through his head right now. Run, Rapido, run!
I wonder what kind of girl he's into. Lollies.
Lola Bunny, because she's a rabbit.
Oh God, shut up!
さあ、キザミくんが恋の話をしてるとこなんて見たことないし聞いたこともないしね。
Well, go on, Toko. Now, get in there. Just be like, hey, Kizumi, what kind of woman do you prefer?
だよね。ミステリアスすぎるんだよ、ゆうやは。まあ、そこがかっこいいんだけど。
They kept chittering away after that, but I was starting to lose interest. There was no dirt here, just a fucking love fest. But then I heard another familiar voice coming from farther down the hall. It was growing louder and louder until it was almost joined by the sound of footsteps, and those footsteps were just about to turn the corner and see me eavesdropping on the girls. It's probably, Mizuki was her name? I'm trying to remember. her
Yeah,
name.
probably.
Mitsuki?
やべ。
I panicked and hid in the bathroom. Moments later, two figures passed by the door and entered into the classroom, with Urabe and Kirasaki.
よー二人さん、切り裂きは相変わらずゆうやの話で盛り上がってるな。
You mad horny girl. He just called her out. You're mad
Hey
horny.
Toko, what's up? You getting horny over Kizumi again?
何何ただいまガールズトーク中ってやつ
ガールズトーク中ですが何か
Okay, attitude.
気のある回答どうもです
Oh, cool. We just got a new follower. Oh,
Hooray!
Fox
Hooray!
Loco. Welcome.
That's a cool name. Oh, Foxo Loco.
Katayama and Okawa again. As soon as I was certain they'd entered the classroom, I went back to my original post and continued
そう
listening
いう
in.
片山くんたちはボーイズトークでもしてたの
Yeah, we're talking about
俺
Pokemon.
らの場合ボーイズトークというかゲーム
Toko's going to the
トークというか
naughty horny corner.
Well, depends upon what she does when she sees Kizumi.
She's on horny corner watch.
Horny corner watch.
Like talking, it's like kind of window shopping, you know, like when you're about to steal something, but
Yeah,
you're just
yeah.
kind of like looking. It's not illegal to look and have those thoughts. It's illegal when you grab it and put it away.
ギ
Exactly.
ャルゲーにおける女子の落とし方など日々考察検証しているわけで
Talking about the plot in a dating simulator.
I mean, hey, that is a fun thing to do. I know it's like a meme, like I watch for the plot, but there are some like dating sims that actually have like really nice stories.
That reminds me, there is a dating simulator I
鉄
need to
板
play.
展開を維持しつつもプレイヤーを飽きさせない意
The
外性
biggest
what would it be
meme.
called?
It's the KFC one.
Well, you just. I was really interested for a second. I'm like, did he find something that he liked? But no,
I mean,
no, that's
also the Cthulhu one seems interesting.
Shut up!
情報交換はまめ
So
に行
basically
わ
the
ないと
meme ones, okay?
Of
情報
course.
といえば最近の優也の評判はまさにうなぎ登りらしいぞ
You girls are really getting in on the ground floor in this Yuya craze.
ゆうやは何でもそつなくこなすからねあそこまで突き抜けてると男子的にもライバルというより頼もし
You're on naughty horny corner warning now.
Yeah.
トコ
Oh, she saw dude, didn't she?
優也のこと好きって
Oh
子が
no.
今よりもっと増えるってことだよね
They weren't already.
Let the horniness
最競
drive
争率
you.
高いの男子までどうしよ
So go get him.
桐崎なんかそれ違う気がするぞ
う困るよこれ以上優也に近づかないで
Okay.
苦労する 桐崎
The way that delivery came out is just awesome. Life can be a bitch.
Life to be a bit. No, I don't want life to be a bitch. I'm just gonna send that to DMad with no context.
いやいや涼介も否定しよ
トーコとりあえず落ち着いてエミ
You're horny to the point of tears.
大丈夫大丈
I
夫
think it's time for her to go to the corner.
I think maybe not the naughty horny corner, but I think she needs to go to the relax corner. Go to the relax corner, please,
The
Toko.
one with the graham crackers and stuff like that.
No, those are all for the horny corner.
なかなか罪深い
ゆうやってさ
The fact that you
何で
just
も
said
できちゃうイメージ
IRL
だけ
in
ど
real life.
苦手なものとか
It's one thing to type that out. It's another thing to say it out loud like that.
そりゃあるだろう人間誰しも苦手なものくらいあるものさ
そういえばキザミくん生物の授業でカエルの解剖をやった時いつも以上に無表情だったよね
Oh no.
もしかして カエルが苦手だったりしたのかな。
Yes, that's it.
わかる。俺も生っぽくてヌルヌルしたやつ嫌いだもん。
いや、この場合カエルじゃなくて解剖が苦手だったのかもしれないぞ。
Actually, I think it's the
思い出しただ
opposite
けで
of
もゾッとするよ。
dislikes.
そんなグロい授業好きな人っていんの？
Ugh, I remember when I had to freaking dissect a unborn pig.
Oh.
Yeah, we I don't. You know what? It's corpse party. Can't get much grosser. We accidentally pressed down a little too hard on the head, and the brain turned to mush.
Ew.
Oh, it was disgusting.
Did you ever dissect a frog, or was it just the?
I
pig
dissected a
parts?
frog in middle school. High school was the
actually-
pig.
That's actually that's really weird.
Hmm. One
I
girl
think-
actually
I forget-
fainted while doing the frog.
I think I did the frog in middle school. I'm trying to figure out if it was middle school or high school because sometimes I get those two mixed up.
Yeah, I'm
But,
not even kidding. The girl, like, she tried to run out of the classroom. She fell over. They had to come get her in a wheelchair.
Holy crap!
It was
Yeah.
a bad
Our
day for
cl-
her.
Our high school, they didn't do any cool dissections. You know what they did?
What?
They dissected a crawdad.
Isn't that a type of fish?
It's a crayfish, also known as crayfish.
Oh God.
You know those little mini lobster-looking things?
Yeah, I have a vague understanding of them.
Mm. Yeah, they had to dissect one of those.
Oof.
I didn't because I didn't take bio in that high school.
じゃあやっぱりカエルだよ。
そうとも限らないんじゃない？キザミくんが他の動物を触ってるのとか見たことないもの。
動物全般がダメということか？
でも私、ゆうやと散歩中の犬がすれ違ったのを見たことあるよ。
じゃあ
I mean, who
猫
hates a
か
dog though?
You better not hate cats. I mean, remember the time Toko was in a cat outfit?
Yeah, she was the greatest cat maid.
いけない。確か次の授業移動だったよね。そろそろ行か
Then
ないと。
again, Kizumi never saw that.
That's fair.
もうそんな時間か。
He would probably prefer her to be
時
in
が
a
経つのは
bunny
早
maid
いもの
suit
だな
though.
I think he wouldn't care. He'd just rather, you know, have the dissection kit with him. Kurosaki and the others suddenly darted out of the room, and I was right where I had been this whole time, leaning against the wall beneath the classroom window. What's up?
何やってんのあんた。
She
Chilling.
was totally giving me the stink eye.
ほっとけよ。
島田くんも早くしないと遅れるよ。
But I'm too cool for school because I model.
But I wasn't about to move for some stuck-up nerd. Stuck-up nerd? But she's cute!
She is cute, except for when she almost went crazy and tried to be the main character.
I stood or crouched my ground. Meanwhile, Katayama seemed like he just realized he had to move. Guess he'd been spacing out?
ささ、みんなの衆、急がないと俺たちも遅れてしまうぞ。
Come now, friends. Okay.
で
Now,
も
what's this? A diamond from Shadow. Try playing Resident Evil 7. I actually have played Resident Evil 7. I don't think I finished it, though.
I heard that's a good game though.
It was pretty good from what I remember. It's just to get it to work on Steam, it has this like really weird process. It's like, honestly, I don't know if it's worth it.
Is it the
Oh,
one with the
oh,
zombie
the zombie.
hillbillies?
走らないと間に合わないかも。
No, Resident Evil 7, I think most of it takes place in some African country.
Oh, I think I'm thinking of Resident Evil 8.
島田も早く来なさいよね。
Leaving me with that warning, she and the others ran down the hall at top speed. Me, I didn't care about being late. Instead, I picked up my tired lump of a body and dragged myself to the classroom. I wanted to see what issue of Men's Buckle everybody was gawking at.
どいつもこいつも刻み俺だってな俺だっていろいろ
Apparently, Resident Evil 7 is the Hillbillies.
I don't think that's right.
お前らが思ってるほど楽じゃねえんだよ
Hillbilly
All only fan models.
modeling isn't as easy as you guys think it is, you know. Well, congrats.
トップ維持すんのすげえ大変
Resident
だし
Evil 5 is the one in Africa. Okay, well, then I don't know which Resident Evil it is.
It gets complicated. That series is crazy.
見えねえとこで結構努力してんだよちっくしょ
Well, maybe he didn't act like such a jerk.
まあ刻みの弱点が分かっただけでもよしとするか
Animals? You can't be serious, Shimada.
Animals. He's gonna throw a frog at him.
I started absent-mindedly flipping through the magazine when one of the ad pages caught my eye.
これかっけえじゃんネットでサバイバルナイフなんて買えんのないいなこれ
Oh, that's right. Kizumi's survival knife. I don't think it was actually his in the first game.
Oh, really?
I think he stole it from this guy. I think that was explained in Book of Shadows.
I love the fact that this is giving us the origin story of the survival knife.
Because that's definitely what we needed.
You know what? This is the end of Corpse Party for the stream, so...
Could always do the extra chapters in the first game if we wanted to.
よーしこれで準備は整ったぜあとはあいつに
Speak of the devil. Squinting my eyes, I could make out Kizumi walking a little ways ahead of me.
やっぱ俺って持ってんな
But Corpse Party 2 has not received another chapter since it came out 3 years ago. That game is dead. We're not playing it.
おいそこのしけめ今日も一人で下校とは寂しいやつだなって無視すんじゃねえ待てって言ってんだろ刻み
Kizumi doesn't care about you, dude.
He was completely ignoring me, but I was bound and determined to get his attention. I started yelling at the top of my lungs. Finally, the unusual expressionless Kizumi turned around, and he actually looked annoyed as hell with me. Good.
なんだ人の顔見るなりため息ついてんじゃねえよいいか俺はな狙った獲物は逃がさねえタイプなんだよ
獲物とは俺のことか
お前以外に誰がいいんだよ
ほう
今日の俺はいつもの俺じゃねえぜ刻み今から俺と勝負しろビル風に愛された孤高の俺は完全無欠思う存分後悔しろや
おい
んだよ
いい加減面倒だなお前
ああ今面倒とか言いやがったなこの野郎いつもすかした面しやがっててめえにだけは絶対負けねえいいか絶対にだ
俺は一生一人だそれでいい
Oh.
その代わり誰にも負けない絶対だ
おいおい聞いてんのか刻み
そうか
そうかって めえ、何笑ってやがんだよ。人をバカにすんのも大概にしろ。
別にお前だけバカにしたつもりはないんだがな。
はあ？意味わかんねえ。そうやっていつまでも余裕かましてられると思うなよ。これでも食らいやがれ。
I threw my first surprise at Kizumi with everything I had in me.
ああ、この野郎、簡単にキャッチしてんじゃねえよ。
Oh my god.
He
And there
actually
was
threw a
now a
frog at him.
small green frog in Kizumi's right hand. Got him.
何のつもりだ。
ならこれでどうだ。
To Kizumi's shock and, most likely, horror, I'd been hiding a large white cat behind my back this whole time, which wasn't easy. Now that his guard was down, bam! Out it came. Shimada, I can't believe you're stupid enough to think this would work.
島田、
Kizumi's like,
お
what
前
are
は
you
一体
doing?
何がしたいんだ。
はあ？んだよ、これもダメなのかよ。くそ、なんで聞かねえんだ。あいつらいい加減なこと言いやがって。
Kizumi was just ignoring me at this point. His attention was focused squarely on the cat. He slowly stretched his arm out towards the useless, fluffy little thing.
They had to find an actor for the cat. They literally had to find an actor for the cat.
that. Someone had to actually record that.
いたたたたたたたた、このバカ猫。
The purring cat suddenly turned violent, scratching the hell out of my hand and arm. Then it ran off to who knows where, and I say good riddance to that.
逃げたぞ。
うっせえ、てめえのせいだろうが。て、あのクソ猫、めちゃくちゃ引っ掛けやがって。どれも全然聞いてねえじゃねえか。ここは引くしかねえな。これは勝利への撤退。いいか、これで勝ったと思うなよ。
And with that, off I went.
まったく、騒がしいやつだ。
ちくしょう、昨日は散々だったぜ。マジであいつに弱点なんてあんのかよ。いや、絶対にあるはずだ。ないわけがねえ。さっさと決着つけねえと。
Being scratched by a cat is the worst. Oh, you preached to the choir on that one. I had one
Yeah,
scratch me in the face.
Oh.
Yeah. Depressed and determined, I went to the student council room.
Oh, so it didn't even matter. It would be both. We could see both.
And of course, when I opened the door, who should I see but Kizumi?
Kizumi, hey, buddy.
He placed a chair by the window and had closed his eyes, but for some reason his forehead was all scrunched up, like he was trying to think of something. When I called out, Kizumi opened his eyes and gave me a sharp glare. It was actually kind of intimidating, though I'd never say that to his face. Nonetheless, I backed off a little.
なんだよ。やんのかこら。
カイ、生徒会室で揉め事は起こすなといつも言っているだろう。
あれ、なんで開けっぱなしになって。うーわー、なんか俺やばい時に来ちゃった。
Dude, your entire character trait is just being the wrong place the wrong time.
We all turned our attention toward Kurosaki.
黒崎、いいところに来たな。
俺的にはバッドタイミングだぜ。この部屋冷たい空気が充満してんだけど。
そこの2人が8000円だ。
人を汚ねえもんみてえに言うんじゃね
それで黒崎、何か用があったんじゃないのか？
ああ、うん。実はこれみんなと一緒に食べようと思って。
Try some of what?
これは
そう、学食名物の R2 焼きそばパン。いつもは売り切れてんのにさ、今日はたまたま手に入ったんだ。
Good for
で
you, dude.
さ、面白そうだからこれからこれで運試ししようぜ。
Try your luck. How exactly? R2 yakisoba bread. It was actually written like R squared and stood for Russian roulette. They were small bread bites covered in fried soba noodles. Russian roulette. Yeah, I don't like the sound of this.
Oh, this.
What?
I think there's something similar to this called Bite the Bullet. It's like these 8 milk chocolate bullets, but one of them has a pepper in it.
Oh.
So it's called Bite the Bullet because you're playing like Russian roulette with these 7 normal chocolates, and then one of them has a pepper in them.
That actually sounds hilariously fun, and now we gotta try that at MomoCon.
Yeah, that we'll set it up.
Only a few packs were produced each day, and for every 20 pieces, 5 of them at random were secretly infused with red-hot chili sauce. Strangely, this made it a real hit item.
しかし、このパンはかなり危険だと聞いたぞ。食べたものは意識を失いそうになるとかならないとか。
That's why we're gonna do it!
People almost dying? That's the
マジ
fun
でやばかっ
part!
たらとっくの昔に販売中止になってるだろ。
それはそうだが。
でもこれ刻みは無理か。
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
じゃあ
He doesn't
俺と
like
黒いと
spicy.
島田の3人で。
いやいや、もちろん刻みもやるよな。R2 といえば超レアなパンだぜ。食わないとかマジねえわ。ああ、そうだ。せっかくだから昨日の続きしようぜ。なあ、刻み？まさか逃げるとか言わねえよな。
Can you just not?
しつこいやつだな、お前も。
当たり前だバーカ。負けっぱなしで引き下がるほど俺はヘタレじゃねえからな。今日こそ白黒つけさせてもらうぜ。この R2 焼きそばパンだな。そうだな。ただの運試しってのも面白くねえからなんかかけようぜ。もしお前が勝ったらそうだな、お前に次号のメンズバックルの表紙を飾らせてやる。だがお前が負けた時には俺に土下座しててめえの負けを認めろ。
This is so dumb.
いいだろう。その勝負受けて立ってやる。
刻み？
Kizumi, you didn't have to accept. You could have just told God to pack sand.
My God.
黒崎、それをよこせ。
Oh, Kizumi just wants that cover shot.
Can't imagine what his motivation is here. Kurosaki, Kizumi, Fukuroi, and I each took a piece of bread from the wrapper.
準備はいいか？
ああ、いつでもいいぜ。
なんで俺まで。
それじゃあ行くぜ。せーの。
I got it.
島田が当たったみたいだな。
大丈夫かカイ？
Oh my god. That was one of the chili pieces, alright. I did my best to hold in my screens, but there was only so much I could do. Something had to give. It was tough not spitting it out, but I had to show these shitheads that I could handle a little spice. I snatched the bottle from Kurosaki and chugged it down wholesale. Are you done being a jackass? No.
No.
そうかだってお前
泣いてないって言ってんだろ。
ああもう分かったって。そんなにムキにならなくてもいいじゃん。
どうやら俺の勝ちらしいな。
So what would have happened if they both gotten the plain bread?
I guess it would have been a draw.
なんで俺に当たるんだよ。ちくしゃ。確か事前に調べた情報によれば、チリソースが入ってるやつは焼きそばの量が多めだったはず。あの情報はガセだったのか。
As I continued to mull over where I went wrong, Kurosaki got this concerned look on his face. He was staring at Kizumi, who's suddenly gone real still.
おい、キザミも大丈夫か？
何がだ？
何がって、お前パセリ苦手だったじゃん。ほらもう意地張って無理するから。お前顔色悪いぞ。
Oh.
He's allergic to parsley.
やっば。
Kurosaki cupped his hands over his mouth, and Kizumi shot him a hell of a glare.
そうか。お前の弱点はパセリだったのか。どうせ。
This is a trap. I'm calling it right now. This is a setup by Kizumi.
Yes. That would be hilarious.
チリソースでダメージを食らった。だがな、てめえもパセリでダメージを食らってる以上、この勝負はドローだ。
詭弁だな。
だとこの野郎。
俺が負けるなどありえん。
Oh.
Oh.
あ？だよこんな時に。はい。はい。ああ、大丈夫っすよ。わかりました。はい。それじゃあ。
なんだ、仕事か？
ああ、なんか急ぎの仕事が入ったとかで呼び出された。ま、そういうことだからこの勝負はお預けだな。
何を言っている？この場合、お前の危険負けだろ？
はあ？違うね。第三者の勧誘で続行不能。ただそれだけの話だ。つまり俺の負けは成立しねえんだよ。
Oh my god, you're acting like a child.
Right?
じゃあな。俺は売れっ子だから忙しいんだよ。
カイ、いくら仕事だからってあまり無理はするなよ。学生の本分を忘れたら。
分かってるって。つうか、なんかあったらまたフォローよろしく。生徒会長さん。さてと、それじゃあ俺は行くぜ。
負け犬が。
Ooh.
Oh.
んだとこら。
ああ、また始まったよ。キザミって意外に負けず嫌いだからな。
お前ら、頼むから喧嘩外でやってくれないか。
Fukuroi was basically face palming, but me, I was ready to rip Kizumi a new one.
ほんとてめえはムカつく野郎だな。ああ、胸くそ悪い。
それは俺のセリフだ。己の力量をわきまえず、無駄吠えするこの打剣が。
てめえ、
Oh.
今 けんとか言いやがったか。ああ、やっぱ絶対許さねえ。後で泣いても死んねえからな。
よく吠える犬だ。
誰が犬だこの野郎。もう一度勝負しやがれ。
いいだろう。俺とお前どちらが上か思い知らせてやる。
ちょっと干渉を決めてやるから覚悟しやがれ、この能面野郎が。おい黒崎、卵パン買ってこい。
俺
Egg
Huh?
bread.
What's egg bread gonna do? Oh, we don't get to see them beat the crap out of each other? Did you see
Oh, it's
this?
Kizumi.
What?
I'm betting right now. It's Kizumi.
Yes, please.
Yes!
This month's
It's
issue of
Kizumi.
Men's Buckle.
まだ見てないけど、どうして？
昨日たまたま本屋さんで見つけたんだけどさ。じゃ
He won!
Oh!
Rammie, go! You go, Rammie!
あ、俺知ってるよ。
Oh,
なん
this
で
is
も
funny.
運試しだって言って島田と優也、正確にはマサトと健介の4人で R2 焼きそばパンを食べたらしい。でも勝負はそれだけじゃ終わらなくて、その後優也と島田の一騎打ちで卵パン早食い対決したらしいよ。
You gotta be kidding me.
で、いつも通り島田の敗退で終わったわけだが、どうもその勝負にかけちゃったらしいんだよな。メンズバックル表紙モデルの権利。
島田くんらしいというか、なんというか、つい勢いで言っちゃったんだね。
あいついっつも余計なことばっかするけど、今回は超感謝。島田ありがとう。
それにしてもモデル経験のないキザミくんを表紙にって出版社の人もよく OK 出したよね。
ま、あいつは白弾一器用な男だからな。
あいつが表紙を飾った今月号の売り上げが3万部を超えたらしい。
Oh.
空ってこんなに広くて青かったんだな。正直勝負に負けたからってモデルの仕事がどうこうなるもんじゃねえって思ってた。なのに編集もカメラマンもあっさり OK 出しちまうんだもんな。くそ、なんなんだよあいつは。へこむわ。
Bro, just like stop making bets. All right? Stop
Right.
challenging the guy, all right? There's always going to be someone above you, all right?
いや、ちょっと待て。
Oh no.
俺はカリスマモデル。こんなとこでへこんでるとかマジねえだろ。俺は負けねえ。負けるわけはねえんだよ。むしろ本当の戦いはこれからだ。
Oh my god.
俺にはガイアがついてる。次こそあいつに一泡吹かせてやるぜ。覚悟しろよキザミ。
Does Kizumi kill this guy in Book of Shadows?
Yes.
Good.
Oh my god, can this end already?
I was about to say, is this still going?
We've been at this for an hour. What the fuck?
いやー、あいつはほんといつも楽しそうだよな。
Like, this is the end chapter music.
平和だわ。
Oh, they heard him laughing.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was dumb. Okay. Cool, a bunch of stuff I don't care about. Alright, on to chapter 4. Then 5, 6, 7, and then supposedly there's an 8 that unlocks.
After 7.
Memories like beautiful dreams. Alright, who is this? Oh!
Oh, sweet! We get to see what happens here.
I've always wondered how she survived.
Yeah.
Through my hazy vision, all I could see was a red pair of eyes cutting through the darkness like flames. I could barely breathe. I kept drifting in and out of consciousness. Oh. I wonder why. Why at a time like this would that sticker photo I kept on my desk be the first thing that popped into my mind? I know they say your life flashes before your eyes before you die, but this was only a single page from my past, albeit a very dear one. I could hear their laughter in the back of my head. The sky was beautiful. The sky was a beautiful crimson-purple fusion, and the sweetness of that cake from the cafe was still on my tongue as we entered the photo booth. Somehow, the answer to these questions seemed less interesting to me by the moment as events from my past replayed themselves within me. It was like I'd gone back in time. And then all of a sudden, the sound of a door being thrown open brought me back to my senses. What? You gotta be kidding me! You're not gonna show us how Aiko survived, but you're gonna... Ugh. Even the extra chapters suck so far. Only the first one was, like, really good.
You want to just go to number 7 right after this one?
We can't. We need to play them all to get the extra unlockable.
Oh, I thought you just had to get 7.
Nope. Alright, well, here's Simp at least. Maybe he'll provide something of value. I came bearing gifts. Were you crying because you didn't know when I'd be back? Sure.
Yes. Oh, I missed that so much from Birthday
Simp.
Bash.
I heard every word and raised my head to survey the situation, though I first regained my focus by staring at the clock above the blackboard, which slowly registered my newly awakened mind as indicating it was now 4 o'clock. Pretty dark for 4 o'clock.
Right?
I must have been exhausted from working on that draft late into the night. But with the deadline fast approaching, I had little other choice. I also must have been out for a really long time, as I had absolutely no memories of anything from the 6th period. I looked around me, but the only other people in the room were Sayaka and Inamaru. We got Inamaru simping over Sayaka, and Sayaka simping over Naho, and then Naho simps over Kibiki.
Mm-hmm.
And Kibiki's just a normal man. Kibiki
Yeah, that's true.
He's like
he's like a 35-year-old teacher. Just trying to do his job, you know?
I think if I remember correctly, I think he's actually closer to around 32.
Oh, I thought, okay, he's a 32-year-old man just trying to do his job.
And yet Naho's like 16, 17.
Yeah.
It's odd.
It is quite odd.
But hey, you know what? One more year, there's no problem.
99 saying this chapter is also pretty long.
Fuck! Alright, let's get through this.
大丈夫。それよりさやか、私が起きるのを待っていたの？待たせちゃってごめんね。なんでナホタンが謝るの？もう私とナホタンの中でそんな遠慮はなしだよ。
talking like that?
Stop it with the cutesy talk. Oh my god. It's fine, you want to do it once, but seriously. God. Don't tell me she does this the entire chapter, please. Sayaka flashed me an overzealous forced smile, which I returned, though mine was quite natural. Hers probably was too, actually, though I couldn't say for sure. Either way, it was super cute.
ところで犬丸、頼んだものはどこ？
The tone in her voice changed completely, and her smile disappeared too, now that she was addressing Inamaru instead of me.
さやかがその細くて可憐な手を差し伸べてくれたなら
Simp.
俺はどんな質問にも心を込めて答えさせてもらうよ
God, he's simping harder here than he was in frickin' Birthday Bash.
Yes.
そう例えば俺がさやかをどれだけ愛しているかについてとかね
そういうのほんといいから頼んだものはどこなのって聞いてるの。
いつもの恥ずかしがりがまた出たねまったくいつになったらさやかは素直になってくれるのかな
Can you stop? Oh my god. Oh, it's getting overpowering already. Haruyuki Inamaru was our mutual classmate and a childhood friend of Sayaka's. Everything he did for Sayaka. His whole world seemed to revolve around her. And sometimes she played along, making his day. But that hadn't happened for a while now. See, like in the Birthday Bash game, it was like she couldn't stand the sight of him. Now it's like she's actually somewhat tolerant of him.
A little bit, like.
There's another thing Birthday Bash got wrong.
You can't say the whole thing is not funny though.
It was funny, but it's not how they actually are.
Oh, it's explaining that he does have like his spiritual powers.
He has the blood of an Izumo priest running through his veins, which gave him a considerable amount of spiritual ability, though he never seemed to like having that brought up. That right.
Interesting.
さやか、何か犬丸くんに頼んでたの？おやつ。なおたんも一緒に食べよう。いいけど、ここで。
It's snack time.
If you're hungry, you should just eat on the way home. That's what I'd always been taught. It's not a bad thing to learn, actually. Though, actually, we did eat on the way home all the time. So I guess this particular hunger somehow ran deeper.
どうしてもね、お腹が空いちゃって。
The hunger
我慢できないから
of
ここで
horniness.
食べたいなって。
What beast?
さやか持ってきたよ
Inamaru, who'd left the room without our knowledge a few seconds earlier, suddenly burst back in with a flatbed cart in towing, squeaking away.
I want to see a flatbread cart.
How much did he get? And I could hardly believe what was on it. If it's cake, I swear to God.
じゃーんどうだいさやかすごい量だろ
Dude! I asked you to go get some friggin' Doritos. I didn't ask for a 5-star buffet.
Pretty much.
Boxes and boxes of fatty, sugary, prepackaged foods lined every square inch of the Dude!
You've seen that picture of the Chick-fil-A sandwiches, right?
Which one?
The one I took with all the it had probably 50 Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches on it.
Okay, I think I remember. What about it?
That's just what I'm picturing is on this cart. Is that cart of Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I don't care if it's like cakes, waffles, donuts. No, it's Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
That doesn't sound so bad. Add to that cookies, pies, macaroons, even ice cream. He had all the bases covered for sure. What the dude?
Holy crap.
おいしそう。いただきます。
God, if this gets any more sweet, I think I'm gonna freaking die. To my surprise, Sayaka had been lined for one of the boxes, setting in motion what may have been the biggest binge I'd ever seen. Box after box fell before her. Many before she even sat down. Notice how she doesn't thank Inumaru. This is why you don't simp, guys. Alright? It doesn't matter if they're cute. If they can't even bother to say thank you, then they're just not gonna have sex with you.
He's a lesson to us all. That's why I appreciate simp.
That's true. Everybody remember, if you see a streamer that's a female, first thing you gotta remember, they're not gonna have sex with you. Don't even try it.
You're more than welcome to watch their content if you enjoy it.
Of course. But just, they're not gonna have sex with you. Ever. No, never. They have boyfriends. Or girlfriends. Sayaka was ingesting these fatty, sugary processed foods at an alarming rate. I'd never seen one person eat so much food she shouldn't in such a short period of time.
Sayaka, どうしたの?
Oh, what's this? Oh, Bub is celebrating a 4-month sub streak. Hey, thanks.
そんなにお腹が空いていたの? そうなの.
Exactly, Wolfo. I think that's why she's like such a that's why I do not like her like at all. I don't know about the rapist part.
Potential rapist. Oh gosh. Potential rapist. Yikes.
That is a big yikes moment. But the
that's a bit. I see where
he's
he's coming from, but that's a yikes. Why do I get the feeling? What, me a simp moment?
Have you ever? I mean, I think it's okay if you
simp moment. You know what? This is something I need to sit back and think about. Did I have a simp moment?
I mean, not in like the simping for the most part is like kind of a new term.
No,
I
get that.
Not necessarily
but
like throwing money at someone, you know.
Throwing money at someone.
Not necessarily that, but have you ever was there a girl that it was kind of out of your league, or she just wasn't into you, but you tried your hardest?
I mean, I tried to ask this one girl out. I didn't simp over her, but I tried asking her out one time, and well, being like a first year in middle school, I really didn't catch on to the signs that she was not into me. So I kind of waited for a response, and nothing ever happened.
There was a time I thought a coworker was pretty cute. I tried to do all that stuff. I kind of was trying to be nice, you know. I bought her Valentine's grams, you know. But you know, I kind of got the hint she wasn't into me, so I just kind of backed off. And that's normal.
Yeah. That's not
learning.
a simp moment.
That's learning with Zeke and Siejax.
Back in the day, we didn't call them simps, we called them cucks. No, cucks and simps are two different things.
Cuck is
Inumaru is a simp. Ran is a cuck. Remember when Ran got cucked by Ayumi?
She got cucked by everyone.
That's true. Anyway.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back. You could go continue on.
I'm gonna have to, since this is gonna take a while.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be missing too much. I'm gonna be gone for 15 seconds.
Alright. I was legitimately scared by the sheer quantity of sweets she stacked on that cart, or still stacked on that cart. I mean, I love candy as much as the next person, but I was particularly getting heartburn. Or I was practically getting heartburn just by looking at this massive haul. That's Sayaka, don't do that. Oh my god. The reason Sayaka is a potential rape is because she enjoyed groping. Okay, yeah, alright. Yeah, alright, let's be as fair as possible. That was kind of part of the game. That one guy who everyone says you named GameCube Dude came into Zeke's stream yesterday. Really? Who the hell is that guy? I should look that up. Oh, I wonder what he was doing at Zeke's stream. Whatever.
ちょっとさやか、本気なの？
But she is. Oh God.
いい食べっぷりだな。足りなくなったら言ってね、さやか。すぐに追加を買ってくるから。
Dude, don't encourage this. This is terribly unhealthy.
何を言ってるの、犬丸くん。こんなに食べさせたら、さやかが太ってしまうじゃない。
心配ご無用だよ、さえのきさん。さやかならどれだけふくよかになっても可愛いに決まってるからね。ああ、でも抱きしめた時に両腕が届くくらいまでにしてもらえると俺としては嬉しいんだけど。
Alright, I am back.
Yo, like, what button is it to pull up? Okay. Here, you know what? Just read these 3 pieces.
Okay, haha, quite an appetite on this one. Just let me know if that's not enough for you, Seika. I'll go get some more right away. What are you saying here, Maru? Even if she eats everything you brought her already, she's gonna get fat in no time. That's not a problem. No matter how plump she may get, Saika's will always be the cutest. What the hell?
Though I would be glad if I could get my arms all the way around her when I hug her, I suppose. This man.
This man. This absolute unit of a man.
This character.
はい、喜んで。あ、なんならあんしてあげるよ。ほら、マカロンを食べさせてあげよう。
それ、
This is
犬丸の
girl
手垢がついた
skinship
から
in
いらない。
Japan.
あんた
It's
食べて
normal in
ね。
their culture.
I doubt that.
やったー！さやかが俺におやつをくれた。
Oh!
Oh my gosh, poor man.
本当、かわいそうな人。
Inamaru was now holding the macaroon close to his heart with a joyous expression on his face. I couldn't bear to look at him anymore, so I turned my attention back to Sayaka.
Have you ever had a macaron?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah, they're not the best things in the world. I've been lectured multiple times the differences between macaroons and macarons, and I still don't really understand it.
The difference is some people just like to be pretentious.
I know there are two different cookie things.
Apparently
Apparently a macaroon is a coconut. It's like a coconut like hard cookie. While macaron is that sandwich cookie thing.
Good for cookies, I guess. I don't care. I don't eat either of them. This was decidedly not normal behavior for her in any way. Something was definitely off.
何か違和感があるのだけれど。
There's a disturbance in the force.
The longer I stared at her, the more I was able to make out a faint shadow wavering just behind her.
レイ？
Okay. It was a low-level spirit, one that could easily slip by unnoticed if a highly trained observer weren't looking very, very closely. Specifically, it was the spirit of a little girl, and its attachment to Sayaka was quite weak. It wouldn't take a lot of effort to exercise.
気づかなかったわ。
I was now fully convinced that Sayaka's superhuman appetite originated from that little girl.
さやか、礼を払うわ。じっとしていて。
I produced a talisman from my bag and was just about to throw it down, but Sayaka quite aggressively shook her head at the notion.
なほちゃんダメ。悪い例じゃないから。
Don't care, she dies.
え？あのね、この子かわいそうなんだ。ずっと と楽しみにしてた評判のスイーツを買った帰り道、居眠り運転の事故に巻き込まれて死んじゃったみたいでね。
Oh God.
そ
Ouch.
れ以来美味しいスイーツが食べたくて仕方がなくて成仏できないみたい。
When did I say I don't eat Oreos, Wolfo? Oh my God.
I think he's taking a jump because you said you didn't care about cookies, sandwich cookies.
Oh my God. Fucking Wolfo. Ugh.
力がなさすぎて長いこと人に取り付くこともできなくて、やっと元気を蓄えて取り付いたのが私だったんだよ。
She's acting like this is a normal everyday
同
occurrence.
情しているの？ダメよさやか、霊に心寄せては。だけどなほちゃん、同じ女の子ならわかるでしょ。
Don't care. She's a ghost.
ずーっと楽しみにしてたスイーツを手に入れたのに食べられなかったんだよ。そんなのってないよね。
Sure.
それはまあわからなくはないけれど。でしょ。だからね、私この子が満足するまでスイーツを食べてあげなきゃって
She's
思うの。
not going to be satisfied.
ほら、こうやってはっ
Yeah, you know what?
甘い
It's
ものを食べるとこの子幸せそうな顔するんだよ。
you're destroying your body to satisfy the spirit. Stop it. The girl behind Sayaka did seem genuinely pleased every time Sayaka popped something in her mouth. And there wasn't the slightest hint of malevolence from her. If anything, she projected a certain innocence that genuinely made me kind of sympathize with her. Sachiko did something similar in the first game, you know.
だからってさやかが太るのは嫌。
One of my secret joys was admiring Sayaka's magazine spreads. She always wore the most beautiful clothes, exhibiting a true sense of style and a true understanding of fashion in every photograph, though I could hardly say that out loud. It was much too embarrassing.
さやか、どんな例にせよ取りつかれた状態はあまり良くないわ。やっぱり払った方がいいと思う。
Send her off to heaven.
悪いこと
Yeah,
は
let her
できそうに
move
ないの
on.
だから平気だよ。
Yeah, it's time for her to move on. She had the sweets. She seems cool. She seems happy. Just time to send her on.
Seriously. If any person who had been possessed is covering for a spirit, that makes exorcism much more difficult, even potentially impossible, low level or no. My hands were more or less
エナマ
tied.
ルくん、さやかを説得したいのだけれど手伝ってくれる？
説得？どうして？
さやかに霊がついたままなんてあなただって嫌でしょ？
そうだね。あまりいい気分はしないけど、でも霊に同情するさやかの心優しさに俺は感動してしまったんだ。
Oh my gosh. Simp, come
あ
on.
なた
The
は
one time we
会わな
need
くて
you.
いいと思っているの？
だってあの子は悪霊じゃないからね。
Come on, dude. You were batting 1,000 before.
さやかがカロリー過多でモデルを辞めることになってしまってもあなたは構わないの？
もちろん問題ないよ。さやかがそれでいいって言うなら俺
You
も
know,
それでいいんだ。
Mario subscribes to the
Sayaka
whole like fat girl mentality of shade in the summer, heat in the winter.
As that one TikTok once said, yes, no fat bitches.
Oof. Mario just cares about her, not how she looks. You know what? That's another point to simp.
I mean, yeah, good on you, simp. My head began to hurt, and every second I watched Sayaka continue to devour her snacks, I became more and more inclined to stop her.
ここはもう強行策に出るしかない。
Sayaka might hate me for this, I thought, but that was a risk I was willing to take. My course of action decided upon, I took my stance and prepared to send that girl along to the ever after. But before I could even begin to chant, an unexpected visitor arrived. Oh, right. This chapter's supposed to be about Aiko.
Yeah, so what was the last 20 minutes about then?
Fuck if I know. The classroom door was wide open, and there she stood, the infamous Aiko Niwa, wearing a unique combination of kimono and school uniform. Is that what that's supposed to be?
I think that's what it is.
They let you wear that at school? What the hell?
I don't care.
She was a self-proclaimed intelligence agent from Class 3-5, and she had a lot of tendencies that I found distasteful. Specifically, she seemed to live for collecting spirit items. Just in general came across as a bit shady and manipulative, or at least that's how I'd always seen her. A mouthful of donuts, Sayaka nonetheless did her best to acknowledge the presence of this new arrival. She wasn't particularly fond of Aiko, however, as the two of them had butt heads previously. But Sayaka had a general love of beautiful girls, and Aiko ranked fairly high on her beauty scale. So she always seemed a little conflicted about that.
Aiko, 何しに来たの?
あら、そう冷たい声を出さないで、なほちゃん。私はただ帰ろうと思って階段を降りていたら甘い香りが漂ってきたから気になっただけよ。そうしたらなほちゃんたちに出くわしたの。これって運命かしら。
アイコさん、なほちゃんに色目使わないでください。
Bitch, shut up!
まあ、そんなことしてないわ。言いがかりはよしてね、さやかちゃん。
アイコ、さやかを煽らないで。
そんなつもりはないのだけど。
あのね、今はあなたの相手をしている暇はないの。
そうなの?
She tilted her head and examined the cart full of sweets, then compared its size to Sayaka's tiny frame.
あらあら、さやかちゃんは女力士役のオファーでも来たのかしら。
Oh! Oh, damn!
She holds no punches.
さやかが女力士。
God! Oh my god. I'm losing faith in this guy.
Simp to the corner.
Go to
the corner.
I don't have the energy for this. I do not have the brain power right now. My brain is going to short circuit. Simp, please stop.
アイコ、よく見て。さやかの後ろに霊がいるでしょ。
あら、そう言われてみれば。まあ、随分と影の薄い霊だこと。
その子がさやかに取り付いて、これだけのスイーツを食べさせているのよ。払いたいのに、さやかが協力的じゃなくて困っていたところなの。
そういうことだったの。なら、ちょっと見せてもらえるかしら。
Aiko cautiously approached Sayaka and observed the spirit's behavior for a moment. Aiko's passion was the collection of spirit items infused with deep hatred or malice. So if this little girl wound up being a little darker than she seemed, Aiko would undoubtedly snatch her away on the spot.
スイーツに執着心があるのね。そう。それで、自己死についてはどう思っているのかしら。
What the fuck, dude?
I mean, she is a spirit, so.
さぞ無念だったのでしょう。相手を殺してやりたいとか呪ってやるとか考えているのではなくて。
Seriously?
そう？
Girl gotta get the spirit items.
誰彼構わず同じ目に遭えばいいなんて風には思わない？あら。 そうなの。
What are you doing? Aiko broke off the conversation shortly after this exchange and walked back towards me with slumped
ダメ
shoulders.
ね。全然なってないわ。せっかく例になったというのに、美味しいスイーツが味わえれば満足なのですって。
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. That the spirit just wants to eat candy.
彼女、何も恨んでないっていうのよ。ありえないでしょ。そんな例に存在価値はないわ。
Bitch! Aiko had completely lost interest, and she didn't seem to care that the little girl had heard every word she said. The spirit was on the verge of tears, shrinking back behind Sayaka to distance herself as much as possible from this hostile new presence. I don't blame her.
愛子が言うってことは本当に悪意は皆無なんでしょうね。だからね、ほんとかわいそうな子なんだよ。分かってあげて、なほたん。
Sayaka spoke with a bit of staccato.
Staccato.
Spoke with a bit of staccato. Her lips sticky with apple pie
でも
residue.
さやか、そのまま食べ続けてたら大変でしょ。そうかな。
Yes.
さやか
Tell
ちゃん
the
は
spirit to just
その例が
go
かわい
off
そうだから
to someone
それは
else.
しなくていいと考えているのね。そうなの。なほちゃんがこんなに心を痛めているのに、あなたはその例に味方をするというわけなのね。
Wow.
Whoa. She knows exactly how to do this.
Oh, wow. Aiko really
Yes, you
knows how to
pull the
push
strings.
buttons.
Mm-hmm.
ねえ、なほちゃん。さやかちゃんたらひどいわね。
Ooh, Naho's hesitant to play along. Aiko smiled and slid up next to me. She was clearly plotting something. She took my hand in hers and wrapped her fingers around it delicately.
あなたの気持ちを無限にする子なんて放っておいて、私とデートしましょう、なほちゃん。
Oh! Damn! She pushes them
This
buttons.
This game has made Aiko like the best character in Corpse Party.
I am not
Or
going
at
to say
least
that.
one of. Yes, I would say that.
I will say she's impressive. Sayaka immediately shot to her feet, knocking over her chair in the process. And just like that, she no longer had the slightest interest in any part of the mountain of candy that lay sprawled out before her. This sudden shift separated the spirit from Sayaka as if the cord had been cut on a kite.
なほたん、デートするなら私としよう。今日は放課後オフだから。ね、ね。構わないけど。やったー！なほたんとデート。
Good
No, I was
lord.
like, yeah, sure.
Sayaka hugged me excitedly, and I was overjoyed. It was also nice knowing how much other people really care about you. But then for a brief moment, my eyes locked with those of the little girl's spirit floating in the air, and that's all it took.
いけない。
The spirit was quicker to act than I was to realize what I'd done. By the time I had it, it was too late. She was already within me.
Oh no.
Instantly, my stomach emptied. I was intensely, massively hungry. The hungriest I'd ever been.
さやか、ごめん。ちょっとデートは待って。え？私、それ食べないと。
I flew over to Sayaka's chair and threw open one of the stacked boxes. Jackpot! It was full of custard-filled cream puffs. I grabbed one and shoved it into my mouth with absolutely no regrets for mess or manners. No regard, my bad.
Now she's possessed.
God damn it. The rich custard melted in my mouth, and the light, delicate aroma filled my nostrils.
I love
But
cream
rather
puffs.
than
They're awesome.
sating my appetite, this delicious temptation only made it stronger.
おいしい。
Guys, what are we gonna do about this? If we don't do something, Naho's gonna get fat.
あらあら、今度はあの子、ナホちゃんについちゃったのね。
本当だ。ナホちゃん大丈夫？
No, she's not okay.
I had neither the time nor desire to answer the question. I was too busy moving my hands and mouth, eating sweets or formulating a game plan to eat further sweets more efficiently. But I couldn't exactly leave her hanging.
大丈夫。
Basically, the Luigi's Mansion boss.
Exactly. After every bit, the girl possessing me expressed pure absolute gratitude. Or after every bite. I heard whispers from her to the effect of, "I'm so happy and thank you so much," and I immediately realized this could be a real problem.
さやかが登場するのも仕方ないのかも。
The desire to continue eating no matter what made the spirit every girl's worst enemy. And the worst part was, you just couldn't say no to her. She was too relatable. Rarely had I ever encountered a spirit who elicited such sympathy that its host would choose not to part with it.
こっちのエクレアも美味しい。
Oh, they're talking about the eclairs.
I think I've had an eclair before.
Oh, they're good.
I was not impressed, honestly.
私もお腹
I prefer the custard-filled donuts.
いうかこんなに食べ
I don't like donuts filled with anything.
You don't like... Really?
Yeah, I like donut
I
holes, and
kinda-
that's it.
I kind of can understand, like, raspberry-filled donuts. Like, that stuff, like, if it's jelly-filled, it's just like, eh. It's okay. I'd rather have, like, cream or custard.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of cream or custard in my donuts.
You only like the donut holes? You don't like the, like, full, like, round donuts?
I only like donut holes.
Wow, really?
Yeah. The number of open and empty boxes was either astounding or sickening, depending on your viewpoint. Sickening.
さやか、見ていて気持ち
Why not
のいい
both?
食べっぷりだったよ。
間違いなく体重が増えるでしょうね。楽しみだわ。お腹のぷよぷよ、ぜひ触らせてちょうだいね。
Oh. God damn! Yo, she's savage!
So savage.
Yo, when she cuts with a fucking machete.
Yes.
Oh.
She's not blunt.
ダメです。私は触られるより触りたい派ですから。
You can
So
dish
she's
it
the
out, but you
pitcher.
can't take it in?
Mhm.
Or is that how the saying goes?
You can dish it out, but you can't take it.
そうだったのさやか。それじゃ今までは遠慮してたんだね。いいんだよ。俺をもっと触って撫でて抱きしめてくれたって。
Part of my soul splits every time this guy talks. To Sayaka.
今そんな話はしてないでしょ。
Maybe. Okay, maybe Birthday Bash wasn't that far off. Yunimaro was quickly knocked to the floor. Sayaka then ran right past him over to me.
ナホちゃん、それ以上食べないで。太るの反対。そんなこと言われても。食べたくて仕方がないのだもの。ナホタンが太っちゃうなんてやだ。それは私も困るけど。
Just get her to Kibiki. He can fix this. My hunger could not be easily stated. My hands just wouldn't stop grabbing candies and sweets and desserts, one after another after another.
さやかが望むなら、俺があの礼を払おうか。
What? He can do that?
Yeah, he's a spirit. He has spiritual energy.
I didn't know he had control over it like that though.
He did. He just doesn't really use it. He doesn't talk about it.
憑依を剥がすこともできるけど、
This will help her
礼を
though.
放っておけばまた別の誰かに取り付くだろうね。
さやかちゃんが なほちゃん以外はどうなってもいいというのであれば、それでもいいんじゃないかしら。
Why don't we all just like take a piece of the spirit? We can all take turns just eating some food and satisfying it. Sayaka took a contemplative stance, holding her head in her hands as she attempted to suss out a possible solution to this problem. And it didn't take her long to brainstorm something.
そうだ、成仏してもらえばいいんじゃない？
Good luck.
レイが満足するまでスイーツを食べ続けてもらうの？でもそれって今の状況と何ら変わりないわよね。
さやかとさえのきさんでだいぶ食べてるけど、まだ満足はしていないみたいだしね。
どれだけの量を食べたらあの子が満足するのか想像できないわ。
Look, all we gotta do is find some rich fat bitch for it to possess.
Right? We're going over to America.
そうじゃなくて、あの子が食べられなかったのって美味しくて有名なスイーツだったんです。
Oh, so if they can find out which sweets the spirit wanted, that would work.
全然
あの子が食べたことがないくらい美味しいスイーツを味わえれば成仏するんじゃないかなって。ああ、なるほど。
The spirit seemed to be in agreement as well. She was nodding furiously. Even she hadn't considered this plan previously, but she was clearly all aboard
近く
now.
に美味しいって評判のスイーツ屋さんなかったっけ？
この近所のスイーツならほとんど俺が買ってきたよ。さやかへの愛ゆえにね。
Congrats.
それでも成仏しないんだからもっと美味しいものじゃないとダメってことなんだろうな。なほたん、どこかいいお店知ってる？猫カフェだ。
What?
A cat cafe, you say?
Oh, god damn it.
それは
Oh no, I think this is actually like actual cats.
Did they go to... I'm trying to think. I think they might have gone to that cafe in Book of Shadows. Can't remember for certain, though. Sayaka rejected my suggestion, not that it was particularly likely to appease the spirit in any way. Since the true point of the cafe wasn't its sweets, but its feline companions. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they won't let us eat the cats.
やっぱり私とデートしましょう。
I hope not.
Yeah, that's not sweet as all. And that's not sweet.
I guess that just means you and I are going to need to go on that date after all. A ticket was handed to me, presented with a certain flair that suggested it must have been something special.
カフェホルタース？
Cafe...
Oh, is this the origin of that picture?
Possibly. That was the name. And the ticket also bore the date, as well, as a 5:30 p.m. timestamp. Sayaka clearly recognized the significance of what I had just been handed.
隣の駅前の予約だけで1年待ちって評判のカフェホルタースの予約チケット。
Wow.
Huh.
なんですって？
The piece of cake I had been eating fell from my now gaped mouth and crumbled onto the floor. I remembered hearing about this place during the TV
開店
feature.
当初、予約待ちの列が駅前を埋め尽くしたっていう
しかもこれ今日の予約じゃないですか。
愛子さん、どうしたんですかこれ？
お客様になり損ねた方から取り上げたのよ。
Oof!
Wow!
You don't piss off Aiko.
This bitch. Aiko said this in a coy, playful voice, clearly riding the waves of Sayaka's excitement. She continued in this manner, outlining her story in greater
頼ま
detail.
れていた情報を渡したら1円も払わずに連絡がつかなくなった方がいてね。そんなのってあんまりでしょ？
Sure.
だから滞納した分の利子も含めて貯金その他お金になりそうなものは片っ端に
What?
回収させてもらった。
Wow.
Yo! Bitch is crazy!
To answer 99's question, I do believe there's actually restaurants that have that long of reservations in real life.
Well, that's stupid, and I'm never going to one.
その中の一つってこと。売りさばこうにも今日しか使えないチケットだし、それならたまには親しい人たちと美味しいものを食べたいわ。親しい人たち。なほちゃんはもちろんだけど、さやかちゃんとはるゆきくんもご招待したいわ。どうかしら。いいんですか？ええ、これを機に親睦を深めたいところね。
Well, that's nice.
さやかが行くなら俺も行くよ。どこまでもついていくよ。だから安心してね、さやか。
This is not about Sayaka.
あんたはお呼びじゃないってば。
It's about the spirit.
Next time, just kick him out the window.
Right?
As Sayaka beat the ever-loving snot out of Inumaru again, I took this opportunity to glance over at Aiko and study her for any signs of ulterior
親
motives.
しい人たちと言われるほど、あなたと仲良くしたことはないと思うのだけれど。
She cares about you.
Surprisingly. I'd known Aiko for a while, but mostly just as a colleague in supernatural studies. I'd never gone out with her, nor even sat in and drunk tea with her, like I frequently would with Sayaka.
あら、なほちゃん。その目は何かしら。
愛子、何を企んでいるの？
何も企んでなんていないわ。たまには礼具ではなく、人間のおしゃべりに付き合ってお茶を楽しみたいと思っただけよ。
そう？
ええ。それにね、なほちゃん。
Suddenly, she was right next to me. And with her porcelain-like fingers, she lifted the strawberry from the shortcake I was eating.
私たち親友ですものね。放課後にお茶をするくらいいいでしょ？
Sure.
親友？
はい。
Instinctively, I did open my mouth, at which point the strawberry was gently placed on my tongue, and I found myself swallowing it without hesitation. That's gonna choke
なほちゃ
you.
んたら口元に生クリームがついているわよ。
She brought her fingers up to my lips and wiped the cream from them. I just thought of a dumb joke.
Uh-oh.
Who was the one that had a crush? Sayaka. Well, Sayaka's already here. I would say Sayaka wants to know your location.
After beating up simp.
My Naho is sexy. Senses are tingling. After which point, she stuck that same finger in her own mouth, savoring the second-hand cream she scored.
甘さ控えめで美味しいわね。
何するのよ。
Hitting on you, girl.
God damn it! She found the location.
美少女同士の。
Simp, why do you go for this girl again? She is so obviously gay. Sayaka shrieked and held her nose, presumably to keep it from bleeding. Which did seem to be a real concern, given how red her face had gone. Okay, Simp.
Simp!
Hey, you know what? For old time's sake.
Oh.
There it is.
Simp. Simp, what do you mean? Simp? You mean shrimp? I gotta see.
Sayaka burst between me and Aiko, hugged me with ferocious intensity. Her fresh citrus perfume tickled the inside of my nose as her supple breasts, roughly the same size as my own, pressed up against my face. Which kind of made it hard to breathe for a moment.
さやか苦しい。ごめんねなほたん。
Alright, we can go ahead and put that away for now.
Simp. What do you mean simp? Do you mean shrimp? I love that.
また愛子さんにあーんってされちゃうもん。
Will you guys get to the cafe already?
Yes. We got other extra chapters to do.
二人とも相変わらず仲良しなのね。焼けちゃうわ。
Aiko's fox pouty voice was only making matters worse with Sayaka, and in turn I was getting more and more fed up with the whole situation. Which is about when I realized that my body had grown lighter.
憑依が取れた？
Huh? My concern over suffocating to death on Sayaka's boobs seemed to have diverted my attention away from all the delicious sweets. And sure enough, it only took a moment of scanning the area around me to see the spirit girl floating freely, looking a bit concerned. She seemed to be trying to decide between Aiko and Inamaru, the latter of whom was on the ground holding his stomach. Naturally, she chose to possess Inamaru this time.
甘いものが食べたい。
He quickly shot to his feet and ran full speed toward the remaining piles and boxes of candy and confectionaries.
でもこれ間違いなく太っちゃうね。こりゃ大変だ。さやか、メタボな俺でも愛してくれるよね。
こっち向いて。私からのあーんも食べてくれるよね。はい、口開けて。
God damn it, you people!
Can we get to the cafe?
Seriously!
せめて他に人がいないところで。気にしなくていいんだよ、なほた。
I love how Naho never just says no to this, just like more like, can we do this some other time?
あれ、さやか聞いてないね。あ、わかった。一緒にダイエットに励む方がいいのかな。それじゃあ運動用にジャージを買いに行かなくっちゃね。どんなのがいいかな。やっぱりお揃いが。
勝手におかしな話を進めるのはやめて。
あなたたちっていつ見てもおかしいのね。見ていて飽きないわ。
And in this manner, the conversation devolved into pure anime tropes, remaining in such a state for the entire walk to Cafe Horthuth. Out of breath, we finally arrived at our destination only 5 minutes after the 5:30 reservation time. Fashionably late, some might say. Oh. Whoa! Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Do I have to run?
Give you a chance to save?
What? This is gonna keep going, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh my god, shoot me. We pushed open the heavy doors and heard the clinking and chambering of a very unique door chime as we stepped across the threshold. A server quickly came and took Aiko's reservation ticket, then guided us to our seats.
もう我慢できそうにないよ。
Inamaru began sucking on some candy while we waited to help stave off his
Stave off.
I've never heard that word before. Stave off his insatiable hunger. When our menus arrived, he opened his in record time and began salivating. The dessert menu, which represented the majority of this cafe's famous offerings, was filled with items that aroused our appetites.
Oh. Holy crap, that sounds good. Ooh, that sounds good too. Okay. Sounds good.
バナナオムレットのマンゴーソースがけ
Banana
Okay,
omelet?
you can keep that.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound as good.
どれもこれも美味しそう目移りしちゃう
This place sounds expensive.
There's a reservation for a year in advance. Of course this place is going to be expensive.
Like, how expensive, though?
I don't know. I don't really have context. I was about to say like $20 a dish, but then I realized that's kind of...
That's, like, average.
Yeah, I know.
This place is gonna be, like, probably $59.99 per meal. We've already had enough sugar to keep us all week, but we can't... Or to keep us up all week, but we can't very well come here and not order something.
すみません注文いいかしら
No, we're not. Sayaka and I were still deciding, but Aiko flagged down the server anyway. He was an elderly man with a very professional, very respectful disposition. And strangely, I kind of felt like I recognized him. Waldo!
Our boy!
Oh my god.
Why is he
白
here?
玉と抹茶のレア
Fuck
チー
if
ズケ
I
ーキ
know.
一つそれとほうじ茶のミルクティーをお願いできるかしら
Ooh, green tea cheesecake?
Green
Yo.
milk tea? What the frick?
That sounds pretty good.
俺はこっからこっちのページまでのメニューをとりあえず全部
Shut the fuck up. No, you won't.
Waldo doesn't even question. He's like, okay.
Inumaru, that's gonna be like 1,000
だって
dollars.
もうとにかく食べまくらないと
Waldo's
お
like,
かしそうな
gonna
くらい
add
お
to
腹
my
が減ったんだよ
Okay, what would you like, young lady?
他にご注文はございますか
なほたん決めたあそれじゃあカモミールティーとバナナオムレット私は
Chamomile tea sounds pretty good right now.
かしこまりました少々お待ちくださいませ
Now I just want a burger.
この人
I want to see Waldo.
やっぱりどこか
Show us Waldo.
We're not gonna see Waldo. The server swiftly took his leave as I tilted my head, trying desperately to place him. This wasn't just someone I'd met once or twice, but numerous times, yet for the life of me I couldn't figure out where, or under what circumstances.
ねえ今の人知った顔じゃなかった
I posed the question to the table as a whole, but Sayaka and Inumaru just flashed me a strange look.
そうだっけあんな紳士なおじさま一回見たら忘れない気がするけど記憶にないな
Waldo is straight up, like, unforgettable.
俺さやか以外の人
Who are we talking about
なかな
again?
か覚えられないからね
It's Waldo, dude.
And I can't really remember anyone other than Sayaka. Jesus Christ.
Come on, shrimp.
アイコは
私はよーく知っていてよほらあの子の付き人の方でしょ
あの子
Oh boy.
Oh no, it's Death Lolly.
I followed Aiko's fingers with my eyes and found myself face to face with a young girl wearing a Lolita-style dress decorated liberally with ribbons.
こんにちはさえぬきさんと愉快な仲間たち
Ugh.
I would have to say she looks less of a slut in that dress.
あれ確か転校生の
水木マガリさん
She studied our reactions for a moment, then got up from her chair and approached me. Mizuki had recently transferred to our class, though no one really knew much about her. Her features were doll-like, with perfect skin complemented by that adorable outfit. She was cheek-pinchingly cute at first glance, but beneath the surface, she was ruthless and cruel. No kidding.
さっきの店員は
truly.
水木バルドさんマガリさんの執事よ
さすがねにはあいこバルドの子
Markiplier 2 just followed.
すごいすごい
You've heard of Markiplier, but now get ready for Markiplier 2.
Coming to theaters near you.
Oh, no, wait, they're all closed.
No, actually, a theater near me is open again.
My theaters are all shut. They're probably not going to be open for a while.
Right. It kind of depends on the market you're in.
I think it just depends upon who's running your state.
That's probably also true. Yeah, my brother, he just started back up. He's given us a lot of expired candies, though. Because all the candy was just sitting there in the theater for the past, like, 4 or 5 months.
Oh, God.
No, this is awesome, dude.
Bro, that stuff could get you sick.
No, it's good stuff still. Expiration dates on products, for the most part, are just randomly chosen.
I wouldn't risk it.
And you know what?
Look, I've
Each
had
their
bacterial food infections before. I really don't want it to happen again.
No, these are all packaged, like, products.
Yeah? And?
Besides, it's not like we're eating, like, fruit and stuff like that. We're eating, like, fruit snacks and, like, milk duds.
Ugh, stale fruit snacks? Stale milk duds?
No,
Ugh.
they're not stale, though. They're fresh.
You'll eventually hit one that is. She cackled and pulled over a chair from the nearby table. And suddenly she was now sitting with us, like we were old friends, chatting up. Where's Markiplier 3? Oh, it was canceled.
Aww.
The magic rule of number 2. Yeah. Once your movie passes a sequel, good luck making it good. That's why they just didn't bother. Markiplier 3 would have been a disappointment to everyone. No, you fucking don't.
Yes, she does.
Shut up. No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does.
I gave her the stinkiest stink eye I could manage, but she just shrugged her shoulders nonchalantly. Sayaka puffed up her cheeks and stared at Aiko. I previously found myself butting heads with Mizuki over supernatural matters, and naturally Sayaka had gotten pulled into the fray as well, but strangely so had Aiko. Yet now all of a sudden Aiko had invited us to a cafe owned by Mizuki, which suggested to me that she had some nefarious plan in mind.
This one is going on even longer. I'm looking at all the extra chapters.
What?
This one goes on even longer.
How long? Zeke, how long?
I don't know, but I'm constantly reading, and there's a couple other paragraphs underneath where we're at. There's a thing that's saying, after the 5 of them have finished their food, we haven't even got to the food yet.
But, God!
Basically, this is picking up how... This is pretty much how they get that picture that Aiko has.
Inumaru, naturally again, was the only one of us totally out of the loop about her. He thought nothing of making small talk with someone he presumably saw only as a classmate.
Inumaru Haruyuki, Sayakaの前世からの恋人だと覚えてくれれば問題ないよ。
That is sadly his only character. Well, then again, he
apparently
has
chapter
spiritual
5
energy.
is pretty
前世からの
pretty quick.
なんせ最
All
後
right.
の俺の小指は赤い糸でぐるぐるに
See
繋
what
がって
happens.
いるんだ。
あなた面白い。水木さん、この犬っぽろは虚言癖の塊だから全スルー推奨で。彼
Oh, extra chapter 8 is unlocked by doing the true ending in extra chapter 7.
What? Ugh. Who the fuck lied to me and said that we had to play all these? Just keep going. Mizuki.
Apparently, chapter 6 is about Misitu and
Mitsuo?
Mitsuo and Ayumi's sister, their relationship.
Okay. Well, we can skip that one probably, because I don't give a fuck about Mitsuo. Mizuki smiled brightly. It was hard to tell whether she was serious or just trying to mess with Sayaka. The look in her eye was plainly that of an evil mastermind, yet her smile was absolutely perfect and beautiful in every way, which somehow made it all the more unsettling.
ところで、なぜあなたは勝手に同席しているの？だって私もみんなとお友達になりたいもん。私たちにあんなことをしておいてよくもそんな。
Wait, what did she do?
やだ、私だけ仲間外れなの。クラスメートなのに。そういうのっていじめって言うんでしょ。ひどいな。
No, that's just called we don't want to be friends with you.
そういうつもりじゃなくて、ただ私は
Not wanting to be friends with someone is not bullying.
Right?
つもりじゃないってことは悪意なきいじめなの。やだ、そっちのがよっぽどタッチ悪い。そりゃかってそんな子だっけ？
Oh, shut up. Sayaka's cheeks swelled up bit by bit. They almost looked like you could prick them with a pin. They'd pop wide open.
さやか、こらえて。でもな、ホタン。私も彼女はいけすかないから気持ちはわかるけれど。
彼女はあなたたちのクラスメートなのよね。それならあんまり邪険にしてはかわいそうよ。
愛子さんは話がわかるみたいね。愛子、あなたどっちの味方なの？
Holy shit, I just got done reading chapter 7 to kind of give an idea how long that one is.
How long is it?
No, it's not the fact that it's long, just the subject matter in it.
Don't tell me.
I'm not gonna tell you, but that's some crazy, crazy stuff.
私はより私のためになりそうな。
99 saying chapter 5 can be skipped.
マガリさんと仲良くしておけば。
Not much fun or interest. Okay, what is like? Who does chapter 5? What does chapter 5 focus on? What characters? Just tell me which characters
let's
it's
see
about.
Here. It's Magari. It's researching information regarding Book of Shadows, pointing out the book originally belonged to a cult, but doesn't find anything. Magari sneezes because the room is full of dust.
何より誰かを仲間外れにして飲むお茶はあまり美味しくないでしょうしね。
そうそう。愛子さんの言う通り。
Basically, it's just Magari threatening violence to anyone that gets in her way in her quest to get the Book of Shadows.
Huh.
なんでみんなそんなに仲が悪そうなんだい？
Inamara was clueless, and it would take far too long to explain the situation to him, so I figured it was easier to just ignore him completely. I looked everyone else square in the eye for a second, though, ultimately settling on Sayaka. She was in tears.
さやかが泣くほど嫌がっているなら答えは一つよね。やっぱり水木さんには遠慮してもらう。
Thank you.
オーナーのお願いを断るってことはさ、バナナオムレットはいらないってことでファイナルアンサーって意味になるのよ。さやかにもシフォンケーキ食べさせてあげない。いいの？ついでに他の2人が注文したものも全部キャンセル。
You're such a cunt.
ねえ、でもこんなにお腹が空いてるのに。
そんなの知らない。腹ペコなら外でチープなジャンクフードでも詰め込めばいいじゃん。卑怯よ、水木さん。
I didn't want to be this confrontational, but I didn't see that I had much choice. Besides which, it really was a dick move. We came all the way here, but because we weren't sucking up to the owner, we had to leave without eating anything. That's just unprofessional. It shouldn't have even been an option.
わかった。あなたの同席は許してもいいけれど。
You could sit with the popular kids.
See, why did Naho and Sayaka and Inamaru have to die? Why couldn't this bitch die?
Right?
ただし、条件があるわ。
I wanted to eat those supposedly legendary sweets, but Sayaka was too near and dear for me to just let this go on Mizuki's terms. So I decided to do something,
Do some bargaining.
Oh, bargaining.
あなたが
Thank you.
私たちの神経を魚でするようなおかしなことをしでかさないと約束するのなら許可してもいい。
Mizuki's eyes widened and a grin crept across her
おかし
face.
なことって例えばこういう
Huh?
Well, like a kidnapping, that's definitely getting under someone's skin.
She moved faster than my eyes could see. Okay, Mark, can you stop, like, spamming stuff? Suddenly, she had my arm and was pulling me in close, and then, before I knew it, I was feeling a continuously warm and squishy sensation on my cheek. Oh, god damn it.
Kissy kissy time.
ほっぺ、なほちゃんのほっぺが。
まあ、お熱いこと。
Oh my
す
god.
ごいな。最近の女子。
Just imagining Aiko just like reading something while all this is going down. She's just like, whatever.
Calm down, simp. And I don't mean Inamaru.
え、さやか？
さやかちゃんたら刺激の強い場面を目撃して言葉が出ないのかしらね。
We're doing this for the kid
メロン
spirit.
パンを飛び出さないなんて本当にショックなのね。かわいそうに。それにしても、あなたたちはいつまでそうしているのかしら。
This was around when I finally came back to my senses. Instead of just simply a simple peck on the cheek, Mizuki had been sucking my skin the entire time. And now this realization had finally dawned on me. I immediately pushed her away.
何をしているの？離れて。何をするの？さえのきさんのほっぺ、美味しそうだったから。味見。
You are a freak.
Where's Waldo? Can we have Waldo back? The boy?
Finally distanced from my cheek, she glared ferociously at me, seemingly sizing me up to determine whether or not I was worthy of remaining in her establishment. Evidently, I had passed the test, and she finally raised her arm into the air and snapped her fingers, signaling to her butler.
持ってきて。
かしこまりました。
Old Butler Waldo coming back.
Mizuki stood up, still smiling gleefully, as various plates and teacups were neatly, almost ceremoniously placed in front of each other, in front of us.
うわー、美味しそう。もういいかな。食べていいかな。俺は限界なんだけど。
どうぞ召し上がれ。カフェホルタースのスイーツは皆様に極上のひとときを提供するわよ。
いただきます。
Inumara wasted no time digging into his dish, barely stopping to chew his food before shoving another forkful in his mouth. Processed or no, it was a terrifying sight to behold.
Gosh, it sounds like he's choking.
うまい、うまいよ、みずきさん。
お口に合ったようで何より。他のみんなもさあ食べて食べて。ああ、さえのきさんには特別に私の手で食べさせてあげようか。
Seriously, Sayaka's about to fucking smack you with a bat. Cut it out.
That's what she's trying to do. Trying to mess with her.
遠慮しないでよ。親友同士ならそれくらい普通にやるものでしょ。
True. We're besties, right, Siejax?
前提がおかしいわ。
Don't expect me to fucking feed you, but yes.
誰があなたと親友になったのよ。
まあ、ナコちゃんたらまた親友候補を作ったの？モテるのね。親友の一人としては心配だわ。
アイコ。
Aiko, you're not
あなたと
helping.
の親友になったつもりはないわよ。
照れ隠しが上手なのね、ナコちゃんったら。
別に照れてなんか。ああ、そっか。さえのきさんのそういう態度って照れ隠しなんだ。ポーカーフェイスだからわかんなかったわ。ああ、もう否定するのも面倒になってきた。
This kind of explains why she saw her as a rival then.
I guess. I had a splitting headache at this point, and I could think of no better cure for it than vast quantities of sugar. I took my knife and fork and cut off a big piece of my banana omelet, shoving it into my mouth and, well, swishing it around a little to savor it.
すごい。こんなに美味しいスイーツ初めてかもしれない。
Good for you. The sweetness of the soft sponge cake and the richness of the cream melted together in my mouth to create a veritable symphony of flavor. And mixed in with it was the bittersweet banana itself, the crown atop this royal treat. Such fancy wordplay.
Right? This makes me want to have something sweet.
I just want a cheeseburger, honestly.
Cheeseburger in paradise?
What do I do? My hands won't stop.
でしょ？
Alright, you know what? This dude is just like...
Oh, snap.
Yeah, you know what? It's so obvious what he's doing. I'm not having it. Surprisingly, Mizuki's expression had changed to something altogether more innocent than before, as she delightedly ingested spoonfuls of sweet confection. Hers was a parfait topped with a cavalcade of grapes.
Cool.
我ながら美味しい。マガリンちゃん、天才。
I held my tongue, better not to stir the pot right now. To help keep me quiet, I shoveled another piece of omelet into my mouth. How about we just sever the spirit from Inamaru and put it on her? That might help.
Right?
おいしい。これは予約必須のお店になるだけあるわ。
My dessert was basically flawless. And though I was very, very full, I just couldn't stop going back for more.
こういうのも一回くらいは悪くないかもね。
Oh, whoops.
お茶とスイーツをお供にして友達と放課後を過ごすの新鮮だわ。私いっつも一緒にいるのはバルトだけだから。
Don't try and develop your character now. We hate you.
楽しいからこの席はおごってあげる。みんなどんどん食べてね。
ごちそうさま。
それじゃあお言葉に甘えて。
Yeah, definitely. I mean, did you see the size of Inamaru's order? I have to admit, this caught me off guard. I never expected someone like Mizuki to be so amiable. I forked another omelet piece into my mouth, feeling cautiously triumphant. Soon enough, I was not only beyond sated, but happy as well. Looking around, the others seemed to be in high spirits as well, except for... Oh, God.
Gosh, this keeps going.
Sayaka, who still hadn't even picked up her fork.
さやかどうしたの？納得いかない。あ？なほちゃんの一番の親友は私だよね。
Sayaka, you can't honestly believe this. Startled by the question, I made the mistake of hesitating in my answer. It wasn't a lie. All anyone had to do was watch the two of us in action, and it was obvious we were as close as friends could be. But Sayaka saw my hesitation as a clear indicator that I was lying. She took it as an implied no, and her self-confidence suddenly fell to the floor.
一番じゃなかったら私なほちゃんの何番目なのかな。違うのさやか、誤解しないで。もちろん私の一番の親友はさやかよ。そうに決まってるじゃない。本当？
Oh God.
本当よ。だからほら、泣かないで。
I really don't like Saika.
She's just annoying at this point.
泣いてないもん。
I guess she got me there. She wasn't crying, but she looked like a volcano about to erupt. She continued to study my expression for a while with her vaguely watery saucer eyes.
それじゃあ次のオフは一緒に猫カフェに行ってくれる？
I think that's what they did in Book of Shadows. I'm pretty sure of that.
そんなことでよければいくらでも。猫カフェに行く前にお揃いの服を買ってその場で着てくれる？
Oh my God.
ペアルックで遊んでくれるよね。一番の親友だもんね。人目につかないところならなんとか可能かもしれないけど、猫カフェはちょっと。
Oh, just fucking go along with it.
お揃い
This keeps on going too.
Oh my.
There's a here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. What I'm looking at.
What are you looking at?
It's the Corpse Party wiki.
Oh, for the love of fuck.
Don't go too far down. But we're
Okay,
on chapter 4.
Let me take a look at what this. Okay, after 4 chapters, extra 1, 2, 3, 4.
So
Jesus
paragraph
fuck!
1, 2, 3. We're on paragraph 3.
This time I was kind of at a loss for
カフェ
words.
なんて人目の多いところでペアルックでさらに何どういうこと？愛子さんがさえのきさんにあんしたの？
そうね。ここに来る前に教室でそんなこともした気がするけれど、でももう済んだ話だと思っていたわ。
Shadow, can you stop typing the same thing over and over again?
Hello, darkness, my
さ
old
やかちゃんたら
friend.
そんなに根に持たなくたっていい
I just
の
had to
に。
sing that one part.
愛子さんがやったんなら私もあんしたい。さえのきさん、ちょっと口開けて。ダメ！これ以上なほちゃんにちょっかい出そうって言うなら私を倒してからにして。いいの？待って、話がややこしくなるからさやか以外は黙っていてもらえると助かるんだけど。
Oof.
Sayaka and Mizuki looked like they were about to face off in an epic combat, so I decided enough was enough and stepped in to put a stop to it. And in doing so, I realized that the other customers in the establishment had fallen silent as well, and were all staring at us. That wasn't much of a surprise, as it probably should have been, though, given how loud we were.
さやか、少し落ち着きましょう。ね。落ち着いてるよ。
We're still at the cafe. How long has Wolfo been gone?
I have no clue. We've been at this damn cafe for, I think, like at least 20 minutes. This is the second chapter we've done.
Oh my god.
Can we just fast forward through this?
美味しそうじゃない。
I'm like ready to look at the wiki to see like how much fucking shit is left.
There's still, after the 5 have finished their food, we haven't even got to that part yet.
How much is left?
I have no clue.
Just try and tell me how. Just try and find out how much is left, please.
Okay, after the 5 of them finish their food, they exit the cafe and are seen socializing together.
No, don't spoil it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like kind of give an idea of it.
Just read it. Just read it to yourself. I'll handle the visual novel.
Okay.
I tried to divert her focus to one of the chiffon cakes. I've never heard of a chiffon cake we had received, but Sayaka just kept her gaze firmly glued to mine. Then she leaned in towards me, the spark of an idea flashing across her face. My finger is like an atom away from the fast forward button.
I think we're not going to be getting anything worth anything.
Seriously?
The biggest thing this whole chapter is talking about is this is the origin story of that photo that was on Aiko's desk.
Sayaka approached me quickly and I haven't. You know what? I can't take this. I'm skipping.
I'm gonna look up what
I can't take this anymore. Shut up. Shut up. Just all of you shut up. If anybody wants this, just fucking search it up yourself. I can't take this anymore.
So basically, a chiffon cake is a very light cake made of vegetable oil, egg, sugar, flour, baking powder, and flavoring.
I don't care. I just want to get out of here.
So basically, it's a sponge cake.
They're lining up to kiss now. What the fuck?
No, I feel as if learning about a chiffon cake is more important than what's going on here.
Sayaka's face slowly approached. What the fuck is going on? It was only a kiss on the cheek, but her expression was that of a
Like,
I can't take this anymore. Just fuck up. Oh my god. Like a warrior preparing to go into battle, I tightly closed my eyes and awaited my destiny.
あ、
Inumaru's sudden, unexpected exclamation caused me to jump and seemed to pause Sayaka's advance as well.
I think we're done with the cafe scene soon.
When I opened my
last
eyes, I could
sentence.
see that Sayaka was not at all happy with her childhood friend.
何よ犬丸、今いいところなのに。助かった。
I breathed a breathless sigh of relief and turned to face Inumaru. He'd been eating this mountain of sweets since this whole time. Oh, in silence this whole time, but was now pointing outside the window.
あそこ。
We each followed his finger to the sky. Dyed with the setting sun, the heavens above were a beautiful shade of crimson-infused purple. And there, right where he was pointing, we could see a small distortion in the air.
あれは。
The spirit.
うん。スイーツが美味しかったみたいで、成仏するって。
Aww, yay.
When the cake is so good. Or maybe the spirit's like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
The spirit's like, alright, y'all are too fucked. Y'all are too fucking weird. I'm out.
Thanks for the sugar. I'm out of here.
She had an enormous grin on her face and met our gazes with a courteous bow, then disappeared into the sunset. As we left the cafe, the sun was only peeking out over the distant horizon, growing smaller and dimmer by the moment.
We still got more to this, by the way.
We never did find out which particular confection was the one that brought the eternal rest to the little girl, but that also wasn't important. All that matters was she
それ
moved
じゃあ
on.
水木さん、今日はごちそうさま。どれもとっても美味しかった。どういたしまして。
お腹いっぱいになったわ。こんなに
If I had
甘
a
い
guess,
も
we
のばか
probably
り
have
食べたら
another 20 minutes
私
of
もプニ
this.
プニお腹になっちゃうかし
Okay,
ら。
I think I can survive 20 minutes.
しばらく甘いものは控えなくちゃかも。
でもまた食べたくなるくらい美味しかったよ。
予約は1年きっかり埋まってるからすぐの来店は無理でしょうね。そんなあの子が成仏しちゃう。
I agree, Wolfo.
美味しいお店なのに。そんなに褒められると悪い気しないな。私の権力で予約をねじ込んであげてもいいよ。
Cool.
本当？そのかわいい。
No, the owner, you can get anything, dude. It's not about...
What?
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Before I knew it, my picture had been taken.
何？どういう今日の記念よ。いいでしょ？
She spun her phone around to show me. Now we're wallpaper. Okay, cool. I don't care about any of this!
なほたん、私も。
That's it. We're out of here. I can't take this. This is so dumb. This is so boring. I'm out of here! Did the fast forward button just break?
No, I think it was like an animation. You can't fast forward the animations.
そう？俺は放課後をさやかと過ごせてとっても楽しかったけどな。
Oh my god!
犬はお気楽でいいわよね。
Just, I don't care. I don't care. I can't take this. You know what? Can you at least show us them getting the picture?
This is,
Oh!
like, I think... Oh,
Simp died again!
this
What
is, I think, longer than some of the chapters.
It is! That's the problem! In other words... Wait, hold on. Excuse me, what about me? I'm still here, you know. We're discussing a friendship among girls. We have no need for boys. In other words, you'll be jealous how I have other female friends, so you'd rather Niwa and I remain as acquaintances. Is that the gist of it? You are really getting on my nerves.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh, just... Alright, photo booths. I don't care. I don't care. Nothing can salvage this chapter.
It's just... I don't know. This is just
Holy
a bunch of, like,
shit, this doesn't
it
end!
still goes on! it doesn't help that I'm not a big fan of, like...
I don't give a fuck about any of these people!
Saika is the only, like, the one I do not like, and her personality is just so,
what?
Terrible.
Okay, hold on. This might be worth looking at. Naho and Sayako were now dead, and their deaths triggered an intense despair, hatred, and sheer insanity within Haruyuki, all of which directed squarely at me. Where had things gone wrong? Somewhere along the line, somebody must have made some kind of mistake. But who? Sure. I had to apologize. Both the girls who had already died, and to the person who had gone mad right in front of my eyes. Oh! I couldn't even get the whole word out. The sheer depth of his rage bore into my skull, and I went out like a light. You fucking kidding me? They don't tell us how she survives?
No.
Oh, this is so stupid. That's the one thing I would have liked to take away from this chapter.
Yeah, you told me not to spoil it. So, do you want the backstory between Mitsuyo and Hinoi?
I don't really give a fuck.
Then extra chapter 7. This one's actually really, really messed up.
Okay, well, let me. How long is it? Let me take a look.
Here, let me try to give an idea. This one looks short.
Short, huh? And then
Yes.
8 is also short. Okay, so we could do this, both of them.
99 saying chapter 6 is like 5 minutes.
Ugh. Do we have to?
I say we got... I mean, I'm looking at the chapter right now. It doesn't look that bad. It's a little bit of backstory.
Let me take a look. Extra chapter... Okay, well, yeah, that's actually not... That's not... Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Alright, fine. But my patience is super thin. If I get one thing that rubs me the wrong way...
You've got 6.
What?
Oh, no, that's the one. Never mind.
What the fuck? Is this a jail cell?
I think.
I remember I was leaning against the wall in a small basement room with an indirect lighting, and Hinoe was sitting in a chair across the room from me, holding a coffee mug. A beautiful silver bracelet on her left wrist caught the light sparkling majestically. What?
This tackles some messed up stuff too.
What?
Yeah.
Assaulted you? Tess?
Yeah, she got...
Oh my...
She got gang raped.
Oh my... What the fuck?
Yeah! Yeah.
We just went through a bunch of stupid cutesy shit, and now they're hitting us with gang rape of all things?
Yeah.
That's just... I hate this game. I fucking hate this game.
They kind of try to have it both ways.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I would not mind seeing Mitsuo tear a bunch of rapists to bits. I would not mind that.
Yeah, this gives us a little bit of his character.
No, I'm not putting an F in the chat for this, Wolfo. This is too much. Hinoe's tone of voice was calm and soothing. She was trying to bring me back from the rage that had consumed me.
子供の頃に思ったことがあるの。どうしようもなく辛い時、誰も助けてくれない時、友達に裏切られたって思った時ね。世の中の家族以外みんな死んじゃえばいいのにって考えてしまったの。中学2年生の時にね。
俺は今でもそう思ってる。
でもね、その後大人になるまで過ごしてきて思うの。いろんな人に出会って
She's basically telling him to grow up.
知り合って親友になって、この人たちがこの世にいてくれてよかったって、生きててくれてよかったって後悔するよ。一時の感情で全てを終わらせてしまったら、あなたの物語はお話みたいにここで終わったりしないんだから。
せえな。俺のこの思想は長年積み上げてきた結果だ。12秒と一緒にすんな。俺はな、弱い者いじめしかできない世の中で弱者の反撃を食らわせるんだよ。
Yet you tried to basically blow up the planet.
Mm-hmm. And she basically predicted it. Like, if you go down this path, your ending is not going to be what it should be.
Well, he gets exactly what he fucking deserves.
Yeah, that's basically what she's saying. Like, don't live your life.
You live your life this way, you're gonna get the ending you fucking deserve, retard. But he didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm. You get your head bitten off by a bloomin' onion.
Hinoe closed her eyes and smiled. She then drew her knees into her chest and wrapped her arms around them, contemplating something. Oh God.
Hinoe.
私、そんなあなたにはついていけそうにない。
泣くなよ。
She's truly crushed about this too. They truly cared about each other. That was the one thing he told Ayumi that was actually the truth.
謝んなって。
ごめんね。
Hinoe buried her head in her hands and began to cry. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Ayumi's the reason Hinoe is dead.
Yeah. Although Hinoe pretty much sacrificed herself, it's not like Ayumi killed her.
That is true.
No, Jalware, I'm not saying that they're like in a relationship. No, I just mean they had a really close friendship.
考えの相違から日の絵と別れて数年が経ち、俺はそれから粛清の使命のもとに
The Purge.
やったさ。人がいっぱいいるところを選んでたくさん殺した。ゴミどもの一味なら誰でもよかったんだ。
Look what you get what you freaking deserve, bastard. My headless corpse now lay in heavenly host. A silver bracelet dimly glinting upon its wrist.
He had her bracelet.
Good for him. After everything he did, I really do not have any shred of sympathy for him.
No, I still have more sympathy for Ayumi's sister.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
That served the purpose of what I expect these extra chapters, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like extra backstory for things that don't really fit to the actual game. Like,
yeah,
I would have. That's perfect because it gives you more of an understanding if you want the relationship between those two.
Satsuki's heart.
私には幼少の記憶がない。
Hmm?
ただ両親が優しかったのは
Now I know why Jobu wanted us to play this one so bad after reading the first little part of it.
It was dusk and the room was completely unlit. It was so dark inside that we could have been entertaining guests, and I'd never known it because I'd never been able to see them. I felt alone, but I knew I wasn't, and I was determined to get my mom's attention.
お腹すいた。
Assuming she hadn't moved since the sun had started setting, my mom was probably still sitting at our small kitchen table, leaning her elbows on it and cradling her forehead. This was the third time I had informed her of my desire to eat, and finally this time I could hear her start to move at the sound of my voice. Though this was my home, it had always just felt like an empty void to me, and now it was more than just a feeling. I'd noticed my voice was echoing a lot more than it ever used to. All of our furniture was mysteriously disappearing, day in and day out. Yesterday was the toaster, the day before was the piano, the day before that, our chest of drawers. How do you get a friggin' piano just gone? And today was Dad? Where had Dad gone, I wondered. Mom's shadow moved slightly, silhouetted in a shade of black, only slightly different from the rest of the blackness around me. She extended her arms in my direction. Her tone, like the house itself, was dark. Maybe it just sounded that way because of the general mood in the room. Hopefully that's all it was, I thought.
お母さん、電気つかない。さつき、ごめんね。
Suddenly, my field of vision shook violently, and my surroundings began flittering by like a shooting star. Flashes of light were whizzing to and fro as the barely discernible ceiling pattern above me was phasing in and out of existence. The legs of the table I was sitting on began to melt away. I saw Mom's face for a moment, and then there was this strange march of frying pans flying through the air. Which was especially strange since we only owned one frying pan. My entire face began to swell and go into convulsions. My ears were hollowing and ringing. I could barely hear anything anymore. God, can this just get to the point? The area
what's
under...
going on?
What?
She's getting beaten.
What, really?
Yeah.
Is she seriously?
Yeah. Her face is starting to swell. The areas under my nose and ears are getting wet and cold.
Wow.
Her mom's saying, "I'm so sorry. I'm sorry."
God, I'm so drained from the last, 3 chapters that I've completely lost all touch.
さつき、ごめんね、ごめんね。
See, whenever this happened, Mom would always hang back and rest her head for... Oh, shit! I did not mean to push that. Whenever this happened, Mom would always hang back and rest her head for a bit, but then would hug me with the kindest, warmest, most sickening, sweet embrace. That's why I love them. I love frying pans. I love what they represent to me.
Oh my gosh.
Mom gave me some potato chips. They weren't exactly my favorite brand, so their flavor was kind of iffy, but it's the thought that counts, right? There were cartons and cartons of potato chip bags all throughout our house, and they were all for me. I was the only one who really ate them. Whenever I did, Mom would always seem to be a little happier for some reason.
I think I know what's going on, actually.
What?
She's
What do you-
not beating... She's not actually beating her. She's, like, attacking those tentacles that come from her head.
Oh.
She beats it down and then feeds her potato chips after the fact to kind of satiate her hunger.
Oh, God.
This is messed up, and that's why she's always snacking on potato chips. Because she's actually always hungry.
さつき、3日後あなたに大事なお役目があるのよ。
Holy crap!
目って
Yikes.
喜びなさい。あなたは大司教様の比類ない英知で生まれ変わるの。人間としてワンランク上に上がることができるのよ。
Bro. This was Haru. I think Haru Mizuhara. I'd known her since grade school. I still wasn't sure how to react when someone called out to me, though, so I just stared blankly.
相変わらずあんたってネクラね。たまにはおいっすとかいい返事返してみなさいよ。
This isn't normal
さつき
Satsuki.
ぬ、今週末こそほら、前から言ってたランド行こうよ。
This Haru person is more like Satsuki we know.
Right?
Oh no.
I
We
think I
have
know
to
where
hit up
this is
land.
going.
We can't just keep talking about it and not go.
週末はダメ。集会がある。もうそんなもの宗教にどっぷりハマってる親たちに任せればいいじゃないか。本当は行きたいんだろう。ほらその顔は知ってるんだよ。サツキーヌがランドで買ってきたモッキーのパンツ愛用してること。行きたいけど親の押し付けなんてスルースルー。やめろやめろ。
Mizuhara was genuinely really funny. She had a certain sense of timing about her that made it hard for me not to get sucked in. I didn't usually laugh, as a rule, but this girl could really bring it out of me.
まったくもう子供が親を選べたらいいのに。サツキーヌももっと明るく健康的にさ。その結構胸もある体で男子を脳殺とかしろよな。プリンプル
God damn it!
Oh god. There it goes.
Later that day, Mizuhara had gotten into a car accident on her way home from school. Her jaw had shattered on impact, preventing her from ever smiling again. Since then, she hadn't come to school a single time.
Oh wow.
あなたがサツキちゃんね。よく来たわ。えらい。本当にえらい。そんな若い美空で。ものの道理と自己犠牲の
Don't you think it's kind of convenient that that girl died by a broken jaw? Or had a broken jaw from an accident?
Yeah.
And that's how Satsuki, quote unquote, died?
Mm-hmm. I was brought to this suspicious place through some magic that obviously leaned a bit on the dark side. I remember I was really cold here since I was wearing nothing but a thin black robe.
目的もわからずに無感動に親の言うことをひたすら聞く。きっととってもいい子なのでしょうね。
This was headquarters of Martuba's tomb. I was in a room lined with terrifying-looking devices, and everyone around me was dressed in similar robes, listening intently, almost passionately, to their leader's voice. My mind was a blank slate. I had a slight smile on my face, but I didn't want to make eye contact, so I just focused all my attention on a random piece of floor.
はい、マスターマガリ。うちの子は本当に素直で従順で。
教団のお役に立てるならば何でもと進んで名乗りを上げました。
That guy sounds like the priest that was in Heavenly Host.
Yeah, it kind of does.
あっそ。それよりお前らは上納金を支払いな。どんだけ滞納してると思ってる。猫正月。汝は自らの意志でその運命を受け入れるか？
No. I gave an empty smile and turned my gaze lazily towards the corner of the ceremony room. What I saw there gave me a sudden chill, though I did my best not to show it. Sticking out from a massive earthenware pot was Haru's face, thoroughly bloodied and with eyes rolled back into her skull.
Oh, God.
Streams of drool and blood alike had stained her lifeless chin. She appeared very much as if she'd literally just been thrown away like yesterday's garbage.
猫正月。どうだ？運命を受け入れた子らの親は見返りとして教団内で大きな地位を手に入れ。
The room fell silent, no doubt, anxiously waiting my response. I've been trying my hardest to swallow my emotions, but there are just some feelings a person can't suppress. And one of them made its way up from my heart and out of my mouth. It was accompanied by a sudden flurry of tears, and my parents immediately began to show signs of extreme panic on their faces. They looked at me as if I'd just committed the greatest affront known to man. They were afraid, but also disgusted. Their stares were cold and accusatory. Accusatory.
よし。
Huh? This simple affirmation statement was followed by one quick flick of the wrist, and suddenly, my parents were now missing the upper halves of their bodies. It required almost no effort. My parents now each lay in two pieces, making a squishy, simply awfully sound as they died.
その息やよしだ。友達の水原の分も生きろ。あんたは私のもとで暮らすがいい。愛玩動物として飼ってやる。代わりの親もすぐに用意してやるわ。
Wolfo, please do not spam emotes.
では、心霊手術始めます。
I am Satsuki Mizuhara, and I have just been born on this day. The fuck was that?
Joby, you kind of tipped it off a little bit by requesting us to do that chapter. But yeah, that was good.
There's no chapter 8.
It said you had to get the true ending in chapter 7.
Okay, well, probably they lied. Probably have to do chapter 5 too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so I was right. I wasn't lied to. We do have to do all these bloody things. Threading the needle. What do you fucking want, bitch? Okay, in the depths of Matuba's Tomb HQ, in a storage room stacked high with books to rival any libraries, I was hard at work researching my mark, squatting on the ground to read books I'd spread out before me.
ブックオブシャドウズはもともとうちのものだったんだよね。なんかルーツとか情報ないの？借りたいな。
Yeah, you guys are a fucking powerful organization. Can't you buy a fucking Swiffer? I hit the shelf behind me with my back when I sneezed. After a couple of seconds had passed, a fairly heavy book fell from above, landing right on my spine. I observed the fallen tome, which had serendipitously? What the fuck did I can't even imagine what that means. Took a photo that looked an awful lot like the book I was seeking. Before I could read the associated pages, however, a member of the order appeared and gave me a stiff salute.
Second degree, Master Magari. 幸せの石の解析が終わりました。有機霊語 83% の本物のようです。
なあ、ご苦労。三輪愛子から取り上げた石ね。お前ら勝手に増やしたりしなかっただろうな。
とんでもございません。
Oh, Ico stones.
まあいいか。これは私の獲物だから。出しゃばったら消すからね。いくらマルトゥバのものでも。
Cool. Wait, is that seriously it?
Yeah, that's it.
Jesus Christ. There we go. So we did have to do all the chapters. It
just said chapter 7 was needed. That's all it said.
Well, that was a friggin' lie. All right, this is it. All we gotta do is this and we're fucking done. Wait, what was that title? Regeneration?
Regeneration, I think. Let me see.
Oh, reignition.
Reignition, okay.
Oh, this is after Ayumi sealed away. After Ayumi
this is-
Shinozuki sealed away the Nirvana, those who lost their lives in heavenly hosts were able to exist in this world again. We know.
エンティティウォールや涅槃球体は消滅したが、下界には巨大な穴と多数出た死者という爪痕はそのまま残っていた。
It's better than the world being fucking obliterated.
持田聡殿の話を聞くと、教師宍戸結衣の代わりにいた庭久遠や篠原聖子の代わりにいた生徒はその存在を消滅させたらしい。だが、
Oh, wow.
庭久遠は死亡の事実は変わらないが、庭愛子の姉としてのその存在は残った。
Holy crap.
So she didn't. I mean, we knew this was gonna happen. But I guess Ayumi and Yoshiki were completely erased for some reason.
世はすべての歴史に立ち会ってきたシャーマンなり。過去、邪馬台国で卑弥呼が倒れし時も、東欧革命の折にあの壁が崩れし時も、世は転生を繰り返し、すべての時代が変わる瞬間に立ち会い、世を動かしてきた存在である。たたえよ、世がここへ転生してくるゆえんは、まさにこの世が変わる随長、報われぬ魂よ。前世の業を覆いし不遇のとよ。世とともに変革の観測者たらん。皆 福音である。
Cool.
この幼子を見よ。昨夜我が教団にて産み落とされし奇跡の子である。
The child.
母親は不明。この弱いでの生誕、これはまさに神の再来なり。
Sure.
この子には才能がある。世の後継としてふさわしく成長するであろう。世と共に称えるのだ。
Once the cleanup efforts from the Nirvana incited had more or less become old news, I decided I decided to pay the order a visit and see what's up.
随分とボロボロになったものね。涅槃期間後、私はマルトゥバ本部へ戻ってきた。教祖部屋は壁や床に穴が開き、教団機も傾いて、ひどく荒れ果ててしまっていた。
マスターマガリー、ご無事でしたか。
わずかに残った教団員、あれほどいた連中がどこに姿を消してしまったのだろうか。世界の混乱にも耐えうる結束と信じていた私は内心胸がムカついていた。教団員はおどおどした挙動で私の顔色をうかがってくる。教祖様は
それが
Dead.
教祖は教団近くに何本目かのエンティティウォールが生えた際に慌てふためいて階段を踏み外し死亡したという。
Oh wow.
Gee, that's too bad. Oh, we got a lemon from Frenzy.
Hooray.
Nice.
教団員は随分減ったが皆死んだのか。
はい。または恐ろしくなり逃げ出した者も多数。
他の幹部もか。
はい。
I turned around and walked out of the room. No, we might get to
She's in
see
her room.
Waldo.
I hope we see Waldo.
The springs creaked and groaned as I tossed about my bed.
陸場に捧げた私の人生は何だったのか。
You tell us. I got up and jumped right back down onto the mattress once more. I wanted to break the fucking thing.
私のやってきたことって私の存在意義ってすごくさくだらなかったんじゃないの。
The order she worked so hard for is now pretty much destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
ずっと捨てられてから一人でやってきてさ、バルドに拾われて生きる意味を見つけたって思ってさ、
Hmm.
誰にも負けないようにやってきたのに誰もみんないなくなったじゃないか。
My eyes were red and I was out of breath as I threw a tantrum. A familiar figure stepped through my bedroom door carrying a tray.
Waldo, help her out.
I got up and threw myself at Waldo with every last bit of force my muscles could push. Instantly, I was bawling. Gee whiz, I don't care. Waldo was old and wise. He was my rock in all this.
いいか、私を一人にするな。
はい。
He smiled at me.
この教団は
There you go, Waldo.
私が立て直すからもっといいものにしてやるからついてこい。
もちろんです、お嬢様。
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest waste of fucking time I've ever experienced in a stream.
Yeah,
we literally got nothing out of that.
It makes me. I thought this was going to be more of a ceremony of like everything good about the game, but more or less kind of where the game kind of fails. Some of the failings of the game, which is quite upsetting. Oh, those are the video things.
Oh, you can watch some of these back. God, I do not have the words to describe how much I am not amused right now. I cannot come up with a description to describe how just irritated I am.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know. I'm starting to think this is the worst Corpse Party game out of them all.
I don't know about that. I feel the extra chapters really were not worth looking into, like at all.
This is insulting to Corpse Party. This game's existence is an insult to Corpse Party.
I won't go that far. I say the extra chapters were not worth it. I think the game did an okay job of what it needed to do.
No, it
if
didn't.
We're just talking about the game itself, I'm not talking about the extra chapters. Maybe even extra chapter 1, I'd say was also pretty good.
Yeah, extra chapter 1 was the
Extra
only
chapter
one worth
1,
it.
and then extra chapter. Is it extra chapter 5 with a little bit more backstory of main villain?
Yeah, like, okay, all we found out in that was Hinoi was gang raped at one point. That's it.
It kind of added a little bit more in, like, pretty much why he felt, like, how important they were to each other.
I guess.
I'm not going around here saying that this is better than the first one. The first game is by far the best.
Yeah, the first game has its problems. Let's not forget how much chapter 5 was drove us nuts.
Yeah, I'd say this game. I mean, yeah, we did a walkthrough for all of it. I'm talking mainly story-related things.
I think the story is ridiculous here. Remember when, like, Heavenly Host was, like, the scary part of it was this dimension you could not escape from?
Yeah.
You couldn't escape, and you were destined to die in there? This is just like, oh, hey, we can go to and from that place now, at will, with these friggin' stones. Like, that already completely diminished what the original Corpse Party had built.
Although I do see the point, like the opening of it, though, with Sachiko being released from it.
See, that shouldn't even happen. She should have just been released. They just retconned stuff so they could make another game. That's all they did.
I do not think these. Okay, I'm starting to believe Blood Drive should not have existed.
Should not. No, definitely.
I have
not.
no clue about Book of Shadows.
Okay,
so
Book of Shadows isn't like the biggest crime. However, if they just didn't like have that last unlockable chapter that was canon, there would not have been a problem, honestly.
Honestly, I like that final unlockable chapter. Like this game's prologue. I thought that was pretty cool.
What? Oh, you mean in Book of Shadows? Yeah. I mean, sure.
Like, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, Book of Shadows is like, I'm not gonna lie, Book of Shadows is like kind of boring, all things considered. And to credit to Birthday Bash, everything I hate about it, it still made me laugh hysterically. I can give Birthday Bash that much, is that it made me laugh like an idiot.
I like Birthday Bash because it was pretty much like, the only way I could really describe it is Birthday Bash was basically like a celebration of everything Corpse Party.
Okay, well, I heavily disagree with that. Birthday Bash was literally, let's just take these characters and treat them like retards.
Let's just have fun with it.
No,
just,
I'm gonna say they just treated all the characters like complete retards. That's my opinion.
I saw the humor and fun in it.
Yeah,
it was just a fun
It was
game.
funny, but even still, that is not a Corpse Party game. At least the other 3 Corpse Party games had personality. Here, it tries to go all over the place, creating a mishmash of dull humor and that's true. Also, it's kind of a poorly put together game, all things considered. I really did not like the stamina mechanic. I hated that.
It seemed like they were trying to go a little bit into like survivor horror.
Well, that's what the first game was, though. That was also a survival horror adventure game.
That's true.
How would you fix Corpse Party? Destroy the other games. Only have the first one.
No, but for the sake of argument, how would you do a sequel?
A sequel of this?
No, a sequel of the first Corpse Party.
Oh, a sequel of the first Corpse Party.
If you had to create a sequel, how would you go about it?
That's not something I was. That's not a question I was just like ready to be ready for. I mean, like, honestly, like a sequel to Corpse Party should have been like what I think Corpse Party 2 Dead Patient was. It should have been new characters, new story, new setting, all that kind of stuff. That's not impossible. There are games that have done exactly that. There are movies that have done exactly that. It can be done. This just tried way too hard to, like, capitalize off what the first Corpse Party had. The Book of Shadows did that. Birthday Bash did that. This game did that. This game probably did it the worst, though.
I was thinking about it a little bit. You know how I would probably do a sequel?
What?
I would probably lean in a little bit more because my favorite type of horror is, like, psychological. So my thought process was, yeah, they escaped Heavenly Host, and that dimension is completely gone.
Yeah.
But what if something, like,
something followed them back?
Something followed them back.
That's brilliant! Like, that's actually a brilliant idea. I never considered that.
Like, something, like, they have to, like, contend with, like, the loss of their friends. Like, they kind of touched on it a little bit with Ayumi. I wish they kind of delved in deeper with all the characters. Maybe, like, kind of, if I had control over Corpse Party 1 a little bit more, have it so every single character had at least one connection with a lost character. So each of them had to deal with loss in some way.
Well, that was, like, I think, like, that was Ayumi, not Ayumi, my bad. That was Naomi's entire, like, arc. She had an extremely hard time getting over, like, the loss of Seiko. So, I see where you're coming from, but that could have been too much for one game.
I mean, if I had to do a second game, that's how I would take it. And if it needed to be, I could make that probably, like, continue that as a trilogy, if needed.
See, like, that's something like what they could have done here. That was, like, the setup of this game, was Ayumi's uncontrollable guilt over, like, how many people she got killed.
Yes, and I love that part of her character. It frustrates us, but at the same time, we didn't live through it. That's PTSD. She feels personally guilty, and yeah, you can say that she is at fault of it, but at the same time, it's like she's trying her best to like seek forgiveness to people that have already forgiven her. have you noticed all of her friends never turned evil?
Yeah. Well,
Mayonnaise was a little different. Mayu was a little different.
Mayu probably
because she
went
was
mad
botched.
after she saw Murashige die.
Yeah, and I think because that resurrection spell got botched, I think that's why she started chasing her in Blood Drive.
Possibly.
But I think because of the fact that she was it was a botched spell, I think that's what drove her insane. But other than that, none of the other spirits of her friends ever blamed her. All the blame was on Ayumi, and I think that could have been an interesting idea. Maybe it's not like survival horror.
Ayumi didn't get blamed. She blamed herself.
Exactly. No one blamed her. None of her living or dead friends blamed Ayumi, because they all understood it was a mistake.
But Ayumi's objective was to clean the blood off her hands. That's what she wanted so desperately. She saw blood on her own hands when no one else saw it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how I would have taken a sequel to the first game.
And that's exactly what this game did. But this game, it wanted so much to, it wanted people, to have a reason to come back. It's the trailer was Return to Heavenly Hosts. They're oh, everybody's gonna wanna, play the game now that they're returning to Heavenly Hosts. No, fucking...
I see the appeal of what they're trying to do, but I do not think it worked the way they were expecting it to.
They failed. They failed miserably.
And it's quite a shame. After the first game, they had something if they would have if they were smart with it.
There was a chance. There was a chance to have something to work. This was not it. This was lousy.
You know what I think this was?
What?
I think it was kind of inflated more than what Corpse Party was able to do. They probably saw the success of 1 and 2, or the light success of it, and try to add a little bit more. I mean, there wasn't a lot of AAA game design theory type stuff in here. I think they're just trying to increase the budget. Like some people said, they had too much. They try to raise the stakes too much. I think that's what happened. I think it had a good base with Corpse Party 1, but that base could not withstand how big of the stakes they were trying to make.
See, the original Corpse Party didn't take it too far like this game did.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
This game went so far over the top that it was just destined to trip over itself and crumble, and it did.
You know what I would have done as well, with the sequel, to continue back on that train?
What?
Have them have to deal with the guilt of that, all the while there maybe have some kind of explanation. I kind of like the Illuminati element they had going a little bit. Maybe add that into the plan as well. Maybe some sort of connection, they're the ones that kind of maybe give some kind of explanation that their dark energy fed the Nirvana a little bit.
I liked it better when Heavenly Host did not have a confirmed source.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it better when we were led to believe it was just born out of Sachiko's malice. It was creepier then, to know it actually had a source, that it came from some stupid book. I think that Corpse Party, the original one, is really good, because I think it did everything just the right amount it needed. These just tried to add so much more that was not needed. And they ended up taking away from it. They eventually added so much that it started crushing itself under the weight.
Yeah, I think what happened, that's what I'm trying to say. The foundation of Corpse Party 1 was good. It had the little anime elements in there, just kind of add a little character development. If we didn't have the I keep on forgetting her name.
Ayumi?
There's not Naomi, and then
Naomi
Seiko.
and Sayako.
Sayako.
Seiko.
There's so many different names. I can't remember.
Naomi
all
and
of them.
Seiko. Okay, them. What about them?
Yeah, you know how she's drilling over her ass, and then 30 minutes later she's hung.
Yeah.
The drilling over her ass and then having that fun interactions. Why is this in here? It's to drive together how these are friends.
Exactly.
they had fun little elements in there. You know, they kind of sprinkle in like what you would say like anime moments in there.
Sure, we
Just
can
to kinda,
call it
like,
that.
Like little fun little things that didn't really need to be there, but it was a welcome like change of pace, kind of like a breather.
Yeah,
like,
I get
okay,
what you're
we've been-
saying. This game tried to do the same thing, but it failed. Remember there was that scene
Exactly.
in front of the wolf statue where like Yoshiki yanked Ayumi away from the statue because he saw it was gonna bite her arm off. Then he's pinned on top of her and she's thinking he's about to like molest her. Like
Yeah,
that's,
I think what they
that
did
shit's
was
not
they were
how you
trying-
do this. You
they were
can't
trying to
force
look
stuff
at
in like that.
They're trying to look at Corpse Party 1 without understanding what made Corpse Party 1 good. They kind of saw, oh, we have to add little funny anime moments in here. Let's add them in there. It's like, no, it's supposed to be kind of like palate cleanser. You can't have nonstop action. You know, you kind of have to have like a little breather. Have little breather moments and stuff like that. I think it sucks because they had great characters. I'd say just about every single character in this game. I'm trying to think if there was an exception. Maybe Deathlolly. I wasn't a big fan of her.
Mitsuo and Magari, I think their names were. Magari and Deathlolly, as you called her, were terrible characters.
Yeah. I mean, I liked Magari a little bit. Like, I liked his like motivations.
Her? The girl?
No, the dude.
The dude's name is Mitsuo.
Mitsuo?
Mitsuo,
The guy that
I
got
think.
bitten off by his head bitten off by Blue
Green
Onion.
hair.
Yeah, green hair guy. I think I don't know. They had really good characters, barring a few exceptions.
They literally tried to develop him right before he died.
Mm-hmm.
It was stupid. It's like, you want us to feel bad for this guy right before he dies? Like, fuck off with that.
They could have done, if they wanted to have like an overarching villain, they should have introduced him at least in the second game. Because that could have been at least give you some time to kind of like grow attached to him or kind of like hate him even more.
Also, they also missed a bunch of opportunities. We could have had, like, Misto versus Ayumi.
That would have been cool.
Like, if they're gonna increase the budget, at least do some cool shit with it. Like, could we like, get an actual fight between Yoshiki and the anatomical model?
That would be cool.
Like, that was one of the most iconic scenes in the first Corpse Party, the anatomical model.
It did, now that you mention it like that, it did do the thing, like, the biggest sin, in my opinion, with Star Fox Avenger that I just hate.
What?
So, have you ever played Star Fox Avenger?
Yeah, I have. I don't think it's very good.
Oh, as it's not. It's a bog standard adventure game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, basically play Legend of Zelda, like any Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
anyway, in Star Fox Adventure, in the story, they hype up the big bad as General Scales, like this T-Rex raptor guy who's really just like he's like a piece of shit. Let's just be real.
Okay.
Throughout the entire thing, it like talks about him, like every character fears him. He's like, oh, he's a menace, and then you finally get to like meet him for the first time. He's about to kill this queen in front of you, and you had to stop. You kind of like your presence stopped him from doing so. And you're like, this guy's a piece of shit. I can't wait to beat him down. And every time it does like the good thing where kind of like you hate him and you can't wait to fight him. You finally get to his headquarters. You have to bust your way through and you get into it and you get to the lair of General Scales. All the little raptor guys are around, like they're all cheering for this big fight. And he just sits there and waits for you to attack. You attack him once and then a cutscene happens. He disappears and is revealed it was Andros this entire time.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, if you want to do that, fine. Let us beat the absolute shit out of General Scales first, though.
You can't just say, oh, this person did all this bad stuff, but it was actually this guy. No, the other person needs to take responsibility for their actions.
I can understand if it was Andros the entire time pulling the strings, or maybe have it so that you beat down General Scales and have Fox like about to like annihilate him with the staff. And General Scales at his last little thing says, "It wasn't me," or "You, like, I was not the real villain you need to worry about, and the plan is in place. I've done my part. I'm just a pawn in this whole thing. Haha, I won." That would have been okay. And then we realize, oh, it's Andros. At least let me beat the person down. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, at least have the main character take out the big, like, at least confronts the big bad.
Fair enough. You know what
That's what I'm saying with dude, green hair dude, and anatomical model. Just have them have a conflict with both of them.
It would have been nice, but the anatomical model's only in this game twice.
Yeah.
This game tried so hard to feed off the first Corpse Party. It cannibalized the first one, pretty much. That's the best word I can think of to describe this. This is a cannibalization of the first Corpse Party.
I'm thinking Corpse Party altogether. I still bank on the fact that over every single game we've seen, I still think the characters are the strongest point of the entire game.
Yeah, you know what? That's like probably the one thing that I love these characters. I love them. I love Ayumi. I love Yoshike. I love Satoshi. I love Naomi. I love you. No, I don't love Yuka. No, fuck Yuka.
Yeah, we just fuck Yuka.
Fuck Yuka.
And you know what? I appreciate all the memes that have come from this entire thing, you know?
That was a fun time. The memes were definitely fun.
I mean, overall, like I've said before, this has been my favorite, like, stream Let's Play thing I've done.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Hashtag forget Yuka.
Yeah.
Let's get that trending. Let's try our best to get
Yuka.
Let's try our best to get that trending.
That could be the bad description for this.
Fuck Yuka or forget
Hashtag
Yuka.
forget Yuka.
There we go. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so overall, Corpse Party Blood Drive, bad game. Or no, actually, you know what, I'll do all four of them. Corpse Party, the original, great game. Little dated, but still like a masterpiece, or well, maybe not a masterpiece, but a great game nonetheless. Book of Shadows, kind of boring, but you know what, it's excusable. Birthday Bash, insulting to Corpse Party. Blood Drive, an abomination. The series actually got worse the further it went. And now there's something new on the way.
I hope it just gets like the Mario 3D World All-Star treatment, just remake everything, make it pretty, and just...
You know what? I'd buy it. Why the fuck not? Why the fuck
You know, just like put all four games in there as like one package.
I'll take the original Corpse Party on the Switch. They're kind of made Ayumi a Mary Sue.
I won't say she's a Mary Sue.
Yeah, I wouldn't say she's a Mary Sue.
She had so many negative character traits that, like, she had a lot of negative and positive traits. Like, yeah, she's incredibly brave for what she did with it, and she realized that what she had to do with it.
Yes, this is another thing about like the first game. I think it's like some of the most human writing of characters I've seen in a long time.
In the first game or in this?
Yeah, in the first game. Or well, okay, maybe not. Like, I think it's the most. What's the word? I think these are characters that I've gotten like more attached to than any other game series.
Right. She became literal Jesus? Well, yeah, but she had the bloodline to do it. She tamed the Book of Shadows through, like, absolute pain and suffering.
Yeah, Shadow, don't forget she literally had to cut open her own womb to obtain that power. Shadow, you don't know what a Mary Sue is, dude.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think she's a Mary Sue.
No, she's the last thing from a Mary Sue. And don't forget, she dropped the friggin' book at one point. She lost all her powers at one point. And then she actually destroyed herself. sealing that nirvana away. If that's what you call a Mary Sue, then I feel sorry for you, honestly.
I mean, that is a incredibly powerful moment, and if you put that in a vacuum, then yes, you have a point. But over everything that happened, I think that's just, I think she had the best character growth throughout the entire thing. She started out as a scaredy cat who just liked arcane like stuff just because of the fact of it.
And when she got thrown into a situation like that, she would often panic, and I think she did a lot of things that she probably looked back on regretted. Like the way she snapped at Yoshiki every now and then. She seemed to realize like that wasn't such a great thing to do, even in this game.
I would say, like, yeah, she was terrified during, like, when she was in Heavenly Host for the first time, but everyone was.
Yeah,
but she nutted up and shut up and just took care of business.
Fair enough. We can like go all day about this, but
maybe that could be like the end, like the last little things, just we do like a discussion about it.
Oh, that would take a lot of time to research for.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, we have the anime still, right?
Oh fuck, God, please, no more.
We don't have to. You know.
I'm like, the anime is like literally nothing of value. There is nothing added to anything of value by that anime. The anime is literally a gore fest. That's it.
All right, so we're all done?
Until further notice, I suppose this is it.
As of right now, we're done with Corpse Party.
Completely done with Corpse Party. Thank God.
Like Gold Connor says, it had its highs and it had its lows, but you know what?
Its high was the first game, its low was this game.
It had its highs and it had its lows, but you have to understand, it gave us the memes. Good night, everybody.
You know what? I really don't care about the memes in the long run.
The memes.
Like, the memes are just, I guess, yeah, sure, they're little spice to the food, whatever. Fucking whatever. You know what? Screw this game. Have you seen The Island of Giant Bugs? No, and I don't plan to. What game series is next? I don't fucking know.
We're still discussing
We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. We'll try and have a decision. We'll discuss. We can talk about it tonight. Sure, why not? I don't fucking care.
Yeah, we'll try. We have a couple ideas. We're still trying to figure out what's the next thing.
Until then, I suppose we will see you guys next time.
See you later.
Bye.